You are listening to a Dynamic Works Productions podcast. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio Network, and many, many more podcast services around the world. You can find all our content, music, videos, books, podcasts, and more on our website, www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Have questions, comments, or concerns for us? Head on over to the social tab on www.dynamicworksproductions.com if you'd like to talk to us. Now, on with the show. Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic episode of the Fork in Your Ear podcast. I'm your host, as always, author, podcaster, gamer, Tim, K.A. Trotter, and joining me, as always, the one, the only, the Buster of Knuckles, Mike List.
Hey, what's going on, Tim?
So the first, how much time? 32 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first 32 minutes of this show, we are both A, spoiling the Netflix original David Ayer, Will Smith movie, Bright, and talking about it, and reaction casting to it. Well, at least Mike is, because he's fucking watching it right the fuck now.
I am indeed.
And he's at the last 32 minutes of the film. So we'll probably be talking about films to start off this show.
32 minutes and 49 seconds. So if you haven't finished Bright, and you happen to have about 32 minutes and 49 seconds, we're about to make your fucking day. It's about to be a real fun. When do you drop this podcast, Tim? What day?
I told people last weekend that I wanted that show out before Christmas, and I did it Christmas morning. So hopefully this actually gets out New Year's Eve, or even today as we record on Saturdays. Or if not, it'll be, January 1st, probably. It'll be within the New Year's Eve festivity window. Let's put it that way.
Well, here's what's about to happen. What's about to befall you, dear listener. If that is the case, you're like, you know what? I want to watch Bright, and then we drop the podcast whenever, let's just say January 1st. You gave it a good time. You heard good things about it. You're listening to. You're watching Bright. All of a sudden, ring, your phone goes off, and you're like, I got about 35 minutes left, 32 minutes and 50 seconds left of this movie. I wonder what this could be. You look, you see, the Fork in Your Ear podcast updated Bright review live response. You happen to listen, and right about this time, you're like, holy shit, Mike's talking to me right now. We're about to have a good time. You hear me? We're about to have a great fucking time.
Sweet. So
32 minutes and 49 seconds left of this movie now.
Okay, so this.
Oh, he shot the fucking orc and threw him down a hole, you disrespectful motherfucker.
Oh, this is good. This
By
is
the way,
very
it was
good.
really cool. Joe Rogan in the beginning made the fucking movie for me.
Oh yeah, I love that Joe Rogan was in there in the alternate universe, orcs and fucking shit. Yeah, that was good. That was very good.
Huh? She's pulling the wand out of her arm?
Yeah, she like stabbed it in her arm or some shit.
Oh, everybody's dead. By the way, that the fact that that elf is such a badass killer, like her and her crew, this movie exceeded my expectations, like night and day. 100,000 times exceeded my expectations.
Well, I mean, like so we were talking about this before we started recording, but I guess it'll be in the outtakes. Like it's well established that I fucking hate Suicide Squad. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It's not that bad.
It's one of the worst movies I have ever seen. And as somebody who even finds redeeming quality in movies, I don't know what redeeming quality is in that movie. Batflick, the chick who plays fucking Amanda Waller did a good job, and Margot Robbie did a good job, and Will Smith, God bless him, did a good job. You know, but it's like this is a crap movie. Anyway, but my point is that movie was written and directed by David Ayer, and David Ayer has written and directed like a lot of really fucking good movies. You know,
Yeah.
and so it's like, so Suicide Squad was just
Right
fucking
now, the person
trash.
we were talking about when we started this podcast that's watching this movie with me, by the way, Jacoby got resurrected. Mad fucking cool.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so when I watched Bright, I had absolutely zero. I had -0 expectations. I was like, all right, Will Smith, orcs on LAPD. Fuck it. Okay, sure. Netflix got no tickets to lose here. You know, got no anger about like fucking $35 fucking movie tickets and like 60 fucking dollar concessions. Like, okay, sure, fuck it. Yeah, let's go.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say Bright is a very good Netflix original movie. I'll save some of my my other comments for it once Mike's seen the ending here in a minute or two.
Mm-hmm.
But so we're doing our New Year's. We're doing our New Year's resolutions. We're talking about our Christmas Day activities, which has already passed. We'll be talking about all of our top 5 things in movies and TV shows and video games and all that good stuff. And we'll be talking about them. Since we're already talking about movies, I was actually having a hard time coming up with my top 5 movies.
Did you?
Yeah, actually. I know what my top movie is, and it's going to be, it might be a little strange to people, but my top.
Could you give an honorable mention? Do you have enough that you could give an honorable mention?
Oh yeah, I got a bunch that are
cool,
like honorable
cool.
mention.
We can do like an honorable mention if that, you know, because I think I can do an honorable mention. I can drop an honorable mention or 2.
Nice.
From all my lists because they were like tough, dude. Like my list was tough.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Did you like write shit down? I didn't even write anything down.
I have some of it written down in my phone, but my phone's right now being used, so we can. Oh, shot the fucking. Ooh. Damn.
Shit goes down. So good. So good. So my top movie of the year, and people can hate me for it, but I don't fucking care. And the reason it's my top movie, not just because of like my fucking like nostalgia bias and you know, all that stuff and like my particular upbringing and whatnot. But it's my top movie of the year because it's a movie that blew away all expectations for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really have a whole lot of expectations, and the movie was just way better than it had any right to be. And that is the 2017 Power Rangers movie. Actually, I'm going with for my number 1 pick for the year.
Ooh, Ooh, Tim with a pick 'em out the blue.
Right?
I did not
You
think
didn't you
that
didn't
at
didn't see
all.
that shit coming, did you?
That was my honorable mention.
Oh.
I was gonna say, yo, we could just give it up to the Power Rangers one time, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they did tease the Green Ranger. I have a
Yeah.
Green Ranger belt on. What the fuck do you think I am? I will never
Yeah.
disrespect the Holy Trinity. Get
Yeah.
it?
Man, the crowd I saw that movie with was on point. Like fucking people were in like fucking Power Rangers get-ups and shit. People had fucking morphers. Like I
Oh
was
yeah,
like, damn.
people are into this shit.
Yeah, it was great. But the general consensus of the movie theater was like, oh man, this movie was great.
I was
Um,
pleasantly surprised.
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a perfect movie. By no means.
No.
No means am I saying it a perfect movie. But for being respectful to Power Rangers fans and for updating it so that, like I've tried and gone back to look at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it's hard. Let's put it that way. Like parts of it are still cool, but it's also like fucking hard, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Um and yeah, it was just a great movie. I was fucking cheering when the fucking Power Rangers music fucking kicked on, when the fucking Megazord comes up, like
Oh, the
fucking
Megazord came up. It was great.
Billy, like the guy who played Billy was on fucking point whole
Mm-hmm.
movie. Like everybody was on point. It was amazing. I loved it. Loved it. So good, And it was like I left the movie feeling happy, And
Yeah.
if a movie, you know, like leaves me from the theater being happy about what I watched and what I paid for, like then that's a good fucking movie in my book, Like I'm not like, yeah, I can be super critical about things and whatnot, and I do a Marvel podcast and very critical shit over there, But it's like, I suppose if you're not critical of things, you don't necessarily have things to talk about.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, Power Rangers I think is my number one movie of the year, and then number two, I
Wait, do
really.
you want my number one or do you want to do our
Oh
list?
yeah, let's go back and forth.
Okay.
Sure. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
My number one movie might surprise you.
Okay.
I think it might surprise a lot of people when they hear it, but when they do hear it, they're like, I get what you mean. Uh, it was
Is it something you watched this week?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
It was. I've watched it 4 times.
Okay. And it's a movie that came out this year, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And he is. We've actually talked about this actor recently. Actually, I think almost every time we talk about getting in shape, we talk about this actor. None other than Mr. Hugh Jackman, who's in the movie Logan.
Oh yeah. That's a good pick. That's
Okay,
definitely a good pick.
Logan, I cried.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wept. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to cry right now.
Like when he died? Spoiler alert.
everything about it. And the best part about it, they laid this flower so beautifully, okay? This flower is when you remember that when he goes back in time, when the girl's blasting his mind back in time,
Mm-hmm.
they tell him he's going to die with his heart in his hand. Now I asked you, Tim, whose hand was he holding when he died?
Oh, I never even thought about that, man.
Exactly. He was holding X-23's hand, his daughter. We all know Wolverine wouldn't have done the Wolverine we know and love wouldn't have done this. The Wolverine, you know what I mean? The badass, I killed people for bears or whatever. But a Wolverine that has been through such pain, that another mutant that bears his gift, he was like, "You're made of me." Actually, she was made. Spoiler alert: she was made of Logan. They used the female chromosome because it was less prone to rage. That was their words, not mine. Please don't send me letters. It was a great end to the Jackman era of Wolverine.
Yeah, so and I talked about this on the Marvel podcast that I did earlier in the year. You can go find that on Rising Tide, the Cinematic Universe podcast. Huge fan of Hugh Jackman. Huge fan of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And I did absolutely love Logan, and I did absolutely cry at Logan. However, I have some major fucking gripes with the fucking Wolverine clone doing him in. Like, it's not. It was not epic enough in my book for fucking Hugh Jackman's final stand as Wolverine.
The fact that his daughter, the fact that someone who was him
Mm-hmm.
did him in. I mean, we could all agree he got shot the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I just mean like I dug the Wolverine clone thing in the beginning of the film, but then like the Wolverine clone like fucking getting like resurrected or whatever with like some goo juice or some shit. And then like that's the thing that like does in Old Man Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was not cool enough. And
Mm-hmm.
I get the significance of it, old man versus young man, all that sort of shit, and like X-23 and all that sort of stuff. But it's like I've been beating this drum forever, and I'm never gonna see it in a Hugh Jackman Wolverine. But I really wanted Omega Red, like Jackman to fight Omega Red, or hell, I would have even settled for like fucking him and Sabretooth, like basically just killing each other.
Well,
You
like
know?
one final battle, everyone dies.
Yeah, like they both equally die or some shit. Like I would have settled for that shit, because I know they're somewhat limited in their options. I mean, they're not now that Disney bought Fox. Um because in the original Old Man Logan storyline, it's fucking him and Hulk, you know. That's how you
Yeah,
fucking go out.
yeah, yeah.
Like that is how you go out, son. Like
Well,
Wolverine
I
and
think
Hulk.
they did it because it was that touching moment. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
why they did
and,
it.
and
I understand because let's just be honest. Watching him get ripped apart by an old Incredible Hulk that took over a small part of the country and had a bunch of kids with She-Hulk against her will and had a bunch of like inbred Hulk kids for some strange reason. That's how he went out,
Mhm.
by getting tore apart.
Yeah.
That's how you go out, but not in a movie, Tim. You know what I mean? Like, you want to sell tickets, you pull on the heartstrings, my friend,
Well, I think
and
about
that's what it did.
like the other times that like fucking Wolverine has like died in the comics, and spoilers for the fucking comics because we probably should have thrown up spoiler for Old Man Logan, but whatever, fucking spoiling shit. Get over it.
Huh.
Um,
Oh fuck! Hold on.
no,
Oh,
no, what's it?
she's in the pool. Crazy chick jumps down.
Okay,
Ward's holding the crazy chick.
so they're back at the house or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, they're back to the house now.
Okay,
Yeah, person who's listening right now, we're having a fucking time, aren't we? This shit's crazy. Oh god. Oh, okay. Okay, what's happening here? What's all this then? Okay. Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you until now. Throw that bitch out water. Okay. She jumps out the water with a wand. Everybody's about to die. I have a feeling. Yeah.
basically just pausing because it's like you're at the
Oh.
climax, obviously.
Oh. Oh God. That bitch had the most gangster line of "Who are you ever?" Congratulations, you won, miss. She said, "I'm a warrior, a priest, a lover. I'm whatever my lord wants me to be." That is a way to introduce yourself, madam. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Everybody's gonna.
Okay, so what's happening right now?
Well, Jacoby's getting hung by an orc. The orc's getting hung by a string. Scott Ward's on the ground, hurt. Has a knife. Oh, Jacoby cuts himself down.
Mm-hmm.
The it's time to come home. The crazy elf chick is about to kill Tika.
Okay.
It's too late. I can't come home. Oh,
Are you also playing a video game?
I can do everything.
I like hear this clacking. You're watching a movie. You're
That might be
fucking.
the best way to say it. I didn't mean it to sound so fucking dickish because it sounds pretty dickish.
Oh man.
She's- Oh, she just got her fucking arm shot off. Way to be a soldier, Nick. Get a jacket me. Get your blood, son. You're out.
Oh, you're so into this film. That's funny.
Oh, no, you're not, Ward. You're not going to grab that. You're going to die. What happened to the last guy? He got his fucking throat stabbed. By the way, that was some gangster shit, too, when she was like, oh, I got to kill everybody in here. Okay.
Oh man.
This movie feels like, I mean, yeah, I can see that it's fucking Suicide Squad. This guy loves the fucking the big climactic magic moments. Way to be a listen. Will Smith is a fucking is a gem of an actor, okay?
Yes, he
He's
is.
a treasure.
There's
You
no
can't
denying
name
that.
a bad Will Smith movie. Go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
Do
I
you?
know what
What do you think? What do you
Say
think?
After Earth.
I actually liked After Earth.
I loved After Earth.
Thank you. Fucking thank you. I don't give a shit. I loved After Earth. God damn it.
No, you're Will Smith. You are not going to use that magic wand. Give it to me or she dies. You find out it was her sister. What? Let's turn it red. Hey, Will Smith, you can speak Elvish. You said you can't speak Elvis? Well, apparently you said nuke this bitch that's on her right now because you just blew up every fucking thing. Will Smith, I didn't hear no fat lady. This movie ain't fucking nowhere near over. Yes, actually it is, dear listener. No.
Oh my god.
Man, where'd Tika go?
This is fucking great. I'm just captivated listening to this shit.
Tika go. Oh no. You can see what I'm doing while playing. You would be amazed. I'm in a fucking level 11 defense mission on Warframes, which is kind of fucking hectic. And I am doing amazingly well and still watching this movie. And there was an explosion. Oh yeah, Ward's still alive. He's holding the magic fucking wand. Apparently he's a bright. News. You're safe now. Oh, are you serious right now? Jackie, really? Oh, this motherfucker wants an award. He's like, remember what he said? No one wants an orc on their car. Everybody's gonna want a motherfucking orc in their car after what I'm about to do, motherfucker.
Oh man, so good.
This is some bullshit. They were acting like a whole bunch of bitches to him. That's some bullshit. That motherfucker's an orc. You know what orcs do? Orcs kill shit. If you ain't never played D&D and you lived in this world, you are fucking ridiculous. I played a badass half orc. I played a badass orc half orc barbarian. I played father and son. That's how bad I'm into this shit. Okay, this is the greatest thing ever. This is like motherfucking Shadowrun.
That is totally like Shadowrun, by the way.
This is just like Shadowrun. This is a motherfucking AP. Shadowrun's about to sue Netflix. Because I'm going to be honest, this is exactly like motherfucking Shadowrun. I'm watching this like, man, this is dope as shit. This is a good car chase movie. This is a good motherfucking shoot movie. If you like cops, this is your shit. Wait a Bia. Oh, you are strong as shit. Oh, yeah, well, you are an orc. You're not even a half orc. You're a motherfucking straight up orc. You got night blind. You got color blindness. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
You get dazzled by bright light because you live in the subterranean layer. Yeah, I'm dropping motherfucking. If you play D&D, you're like, yo, Mike is dropping some knowledge right now. Yeah, we're about to run an AP tonight.
Oh man. Good Lord, what is happening in the movie now?
Oh, oh, you're still. Jacoby rescued Ward, and they laid down in like a triumphant. And then Will Smith, who has been laying zingers down, ladies and gentlemen, this entire movie. Let's give it up to fucking Will Smith because he was laying down some heat. That's not what you do. Show me the face you make when you're quiet like a motherfucker. All right, yeah, that's the face. That's the one I want. That's some shit. That's some great A. That's Will Smith from like Bad Boys quality good
Oh
shit.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's classic Will Smith.
Yeah, it's 100% classic Will Smith. This is not Wild Wild West Will Smith, which is probably, if you had to say one of his worst ones, that wasn't the best one.
I liked Wild Wild West.
Did you like Wild Wild West, or did you think it was a good like a fun movie?
I had like the fucking glasses and some toys. I fucking liked Wild Wild West.
Yeah, Tim.
Everybody fucking sue me.
Listen, I'm with you 100%. I'm just giving examples for the audience that the audience might say so we can talk about it. I don't think there is a bad Will Smith movie ever. Hutch, fucking Hancock, motherfucking Wild Wild West, all the Men in Blacks. I don't give a fuck. They're all great, okay? So good. When he's serious, oh my God, I cry every fucking Will Smith movie I watch.
Oh my gosh.
At all.
Oh man.
Happiness, if you don't cry in Pursuit of Happiness,
it's true.
You have no heart.
It's 100% true.
You have an ice heart. You are a lich. You have a phylactery instead of a soul. Still dropping D&D.
Okay, so I'm literally IMDbing Will Smith to see if there's a fucking.
Now they're in jail. Oh, now they're in the hospital, and people are coming with guns. Can't end well. Oh.
Did you see Focus with Will Smith?
Yes, I did.
That was a fucking good movie.
It was a great one. The orc has good time. The actor who plays the orc has a good timing too.
Yeah.
Like at the very end when he's like, okay, so what happened was.
Man, has he even done a bad movie?
I know.
And there's a couple in here I haven't seen, but it's like
what have you seen? I guarantee you I've seen it.
So here's the list. So it's Bright. I haven't seen Collateral Beauty. Don't know what that's about. Suicide Squad was bad, but his part was fine. Haven't seen Concussion, although it looked good.
Concussion. As someone who probably has a traumatic, yeah, I've had 9 concussions.
I bet.
I mean, I've had my fucking bell rung. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They actually say if you've been knocked if you've ever lost consciousness from a blow, that counts as like a concussion, even if you're not diagnosed as concussed. That's how bad that's how much damage you can really take. Not a lot.
Yeah. So anyway, I haven't seen Concussion, although I wanted to see it. It seemed interesting. Really Focus is fantastic.
Focus is
I haven't seen something called Winter's Tale. I don't even know what that's about.
Huh.
No idea. Who the fuck's in that movie? Winter's Tale. A burglar falls for an heiress as she dies in his arms. When he learns that he has the gift of reincarnation, he sets out to save her. What the fuck?
What?
Colin Farrell, Russell Crowe, Jennifer Connelly, Matt Bomer. Like, what? Fucking what? William Hurt?
That's a great movie.
Scott Grimes? Fucking everybody in this goddamn film. What is this? It does not have a good rating on IMDb. It has a 6.2. That's crazy. Okay, haven't seen that. Should see if it's on Netflix. 2014. Then there's After Earth, which I liked. He of course had the.
It was a great. I mean, that was a really weird language. I'll give you that.
Sure, but still.
But other than that, it was a great movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Like that's the only thing you could probably say. Okay, what was the one thing about After Earth you didn't like? Like, oh, that stupid fucking language. You know. I'll give you that. I thought it was ridiculous.
He had that good role in Anchorman 2, which was great.
Oh my god.
He had Men in Black 3. He's fucking Agent J. Will Smith in it up. What could
Yeah,
be better?
fantastic.
7 Pounds. I actually really loved 7 Pounds. Did you see 7
Yep,
Pounds?
I did.
It's a fucked up movie, but it was great.
Oh,
Hancock's pretty good. Gets a little
Hancock
weird
good.
at the end, but Hancock's good. I haven't seen I Am Legend in forever, but I remember it as
Oh,
being
I Am Legend
awesome
makes me cry because I have a
because
German
of the
Shepherd.
dog. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I cry. I cry and I hold Bella. That's how bad that fucking sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, at least you see, Jacoby gets a Chewbacca moment. He gets an award too. He doesn't get left in the fucking in the crowd looking at people.
Mm-hmm. Chewbacca moment.
Tell me I'm lying.
Oh, New Hope.
Tell me I'm lying.
No,
I'm
no,
telling the
you're
truth.
not. I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. Let's see. So then he did Pursuit of Happiness, which is of course great.
It's great.
Hitch is fantastic.
Really good. Classic, funny, sexy Will Smith.
He did 3 episodes of some TV series called All of Us. Never saw it. Don't know what it's about.
That was a great movie.
Well, it's a TV show, first of all.
No. I'm talking about Bright. It's now over.
Oh, it's over. Okay. Okay,
That
so
was a great movie.
my only complaint about Bright is the climax.
You've seen it before, right? You've seen it. Does it have a stinger?
What? No.
It doesn't have a stinger at the end?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right, good. Whew, I was scared.
No. Did you catch that dragon that was flying in the fucking sky?
Yes.
Just casually, just fuck it. LAPD. Oh, fucking dragon in the sky. Oh, I see.
Oh, cool. Yeah, put my sunglasses on.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
my Bad Boys 2 moment.
Yeah. Right. My only complaint about Bright is, I think they used that same fucking location too much throughout the film. Probably a budget cut, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I figured he was gonna be a Bright, given it's fucking Will Smith. And if Will Smith's in the fucking movie, he's the goddamn hero in the lead. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way it is. So that's what I got. So I don't know. I thought the ending could have been a little better. Like I don't know, I didn't really like the pool and all that stuff. And there's a weird, horrible electrical noise coming every like 30 seconds from your mic.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like sounds like oh, is it your phone? Is your phone near the mic?
Yeah, I mean, not that close, but
It's the cellular on your phone.
Okay, yeah, see if that works.
100%. Because it's like a little tick for stuff. It's when it transmits on like the older frequencies, like below 4G or whatever, and it causes interference with like headphones and speakers and shit.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm on Wi-Fi, so I don't know if that would do anything. But learning shit on the 14-year podcast. But that movie was fantastic.
I thought it was very good. I think there's definitely room for improvement, and I would like to see a sequel. Like, I am down as shit for a Bright 2, you know, New York Bronx, fucking dragons and orcs and
there's 9
whatever
races.
Crazy shit.
I want to see them all.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. There's
show me the dwarf, show me the halfling, show me the gnome, show me the lizard folk. Okay, so we've seen human, we've seen elf, we've seen orc.
Yeah.
So you have dwarves. They're a staple. If this is a fantasy common magic world, dwarves exist. For sure, if magic exists, motherfucking gnomes exist. Okay? Halflings exist as well. So that's 6. 7, lizard folk, we saw the sign in the beginning. There's a lizard folk sign. There is. It's like lizard folk walking is what it looked like.
Yeah.
Now that's 7. There's 2 more. Fairy?
Probably.
I mean, he killed the shit out of that fairy, though, like it was a fucking bird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way if that was like, I mean, I guess he said fairy lives don't matter now, so fairy is 8. What the fuck is 9?
I don't know. Treant?
That would be ridiculous. I don't want Groot. Okay, leave Groot out of this.
I'm not saying Groot. I'm saying fucking Treant, yo. like some motherfucking trees.
Like a legit ass tree?
Yeah, like a giant tree, not like a Groot thing, like a tree ant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. Anyways, so continuing on the list of Will Smith, since we're already all about the Will Smith this episode, he did
Yeah.
the voice in Shark Tale of Oscar, which I never saw, actually. So I don't know if that's a good movie or not.
You've never seen Shark Tale?
Never seen Shark Tale.
I find that interesting.
Is it good?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. And then there's iRobot, which is of course fantastic. Bad Boys 2, my favorite of the Bad Boys. Probably everybody's favorite of the Bad Boys, I would think.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 2 is on point.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Men in Black 2, which is good.
Mhm.
Ali, which I didn't see, but I hear it's fantastic. The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Ali was good. Yes.
Never saw Legend of Bagger Vance. What the fuck is Legend of Bagger Vance?
Golf movie.
Golf.
Yes, golf. Will Smith is like a caddy.
Let's see, it says down and out. Golfer. Oh yeah, attempts to recover his game in his life. Help from a mystical caddy.
Boom.
Will Smith and Matt Damon did a motherfucking
Boom,
movie
this,
together.
motherfucker. Who do you think this is? You think this is a game? This is no game. Will Smith is not a game, good sir.
Oh gosh, he sounds just like my friend Brock. He's.
I
Will Smith
fucking
man.
love Will Smith movies.
They're good. They're good. The dude picks good roles. That's for sure. Except for Suicide Squad. But let's see, Wild Wild West, Enemy of the State, which is great. Welcome to Hollywood. I don't know what that is. What is that? I think he just had a part in it. Some comedy. Something about director tries to chart a course of a young actor and tries to make it in Hollywood kind of thing.
Mm.
Then, of course, he did Men in Black. Like, can't go wrong there. Independence Day, of course, fantastic. Of course, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And if people didn't like it, you're fucking dumb and you didn't like the 90s.
Yeah.
Who
hurt you?
Bad Boys, 6 Degrees of Separation. Didn't see that one.
You didn't see 6 Degrees of Separation? Not bad.
What is it about?
It's been a long time. Hold on. 6 Degrees of Separation.
I'm looking it up. An affluent New York couple find their lives touched, including upon compelled by a mysterious young black man who's never quite who he says he is. Huh.
Guess who Will Smith is?
Obviously a mysterious black man.
Okay. Yeah.
See, then there's Made in America, which sounds fucking familiar. I probably saw it, and I probably forgot about it. 93, young black woman discovers that her father was a sperm donor. And if that weren't bad enough, he's white. Whoopi Goldberg, Ted Danson, and Will Smith. God damn. I probably saw that. I think I've seen all of Whoopi Goldberg's movies. I like Whoopi.
Whoopi's good too. Sister Act is an amazing movie. What about Independence Day?
Oh, I love Independence Day.
Independence Day is great, right? You can't.
Who
really
doesn't love Independence Day? One of my buddies, Robert, founding member of Rising Tide, a Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. Independence Day is his all-time favorite movie of all time ever in the history of everything.
Really?
Yeah, it is his all-time favorite movie.
Okay, yeah. I can give you that. No, I can fully see that.
Let's see, then there was another movie he did called Where the Day Takes You. A group of teenage runaways tries to survive the streets of Los Angeles, drugs, prostitution. I don't know, something. And then he had 2 guest TV show spots as the Fresh Prince on like two other TV series.
Probably a different world.
Yeah, just crossover stuff.
Yeah.
And then upcoming projects. He's got Gemini Man, something called Spies in Disguise, Bounty. What the fuck? Okay, so this doesn't make no sense. He has Bad Boys 4 in development?
Mm.
4? Where the
Yeah.
fuck is 3? And then he's got something called Bad Boys for Life. What
I told you.
is
They
this?
have a lot of fucking movies, man. A lot of Bad Boys movies.
Good. The world needs more Bad Boys movies. I don't know why they stopped. And then, of course, his big one is he's going to be the genie in the live-action Aladdin, which I think is a great choice, personally. And there was silence.
No, I was just writing down some more points. This is going to be a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's going to be the genie in Aladdin. It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so where the fuck were we? You said Logan was your number one
I said
pick.
Logan. What was your second one? We got into a side tangent on Will Smith because of Bright.
Yeah, we tangented.
We're getting pretty good. We're getting pretty good at coming back.
Are we though? 45 minutes in?
No, not
Are
really.
we though?
But this is what they like about us.
Let's see. I think my second movie. God, I'm trying to think. What is my second movie this year? I guess I'm gonna have to go with, and it's probably too easy in a pick, and I'm definitely biased. But probably Spider-Man: Homecoming is probably my second movie when I think about it, because I had high expectations. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, very hardcore Spider-Man fan, and like I had high expectations for it, and I was really nervous about it because I was like, okay, I like the tiny bit of Tom Holland and Civil War, I like what the MCU's doing with it. See, they got the Vulture. Okay, you've got Michael Keaton playing the Vulture. Fucking perfect choice. Okay, please don't fuck up this movie. And they had like some director who had not done like he'd done a couple of small things and I guess some small funny things. I hadn't seen anything from him, and he'd done like a fucking like one of those dance movies or some shit. And I was like, oh Jesus Christ. Please be good. Please be good. You get that director worry where it's like, it's like if you saw Star Wars Episode 9 directed by that guy who did that porno you liked, like it's like,
oh God.
It's like, fuck, please be good. Please be good. So I would say, I guess it met my expectations, and I laughed a lot, and it felt good and true to Spider-Man. So I would say that that's my second. And I know it's probably kind of a cheap, like, fake out because it's a big Hollywood blockbuster and all that sort of shit. But whatever. Like, I liked it. I watched it a lot. It was good. What's your second?
My second is Get Out.
See, I haven't seen Get Out.
You haven't seen Get Out?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna clue you in on one thing.
I hear it's great.
It's fucking fantastic. I think you're the type of person who pays real close attention to movies.
I do.
So you will definitely be paying attention. You should definitely pay attention to this movie.
Okay. Is it one of those ones by like the end of the movie, like it's a mindfuck?
It's pretty well, like they say it. They do say what is going on, so it's not really that big of a mindfuck, but it's a pretty big mindfuck.
Okay.
When it comes out, you're like, holy shit.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good. I like mindfuck movies.
That's my number 2.
Okay. Let's see. What is my number 3? I'm trying to think of like what I watched. Do you want
to throw like notables out on that too?
God, see, I feel so bad because I didn't even write a list.
No, I have some notables. I mean, you'll probably agree on most of mine if you want. Me to.
Yeah, do your notables, and I'm actually gonna Google fucking what even came out in 2017 because it's so terrible.
Oh no, I'm gonna name 4 bangers right off the top. You're just gonna agree with me. Ready? First notable: War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, see, I hear it's great, but I refuse to see it because I fucking hated the second one.
Oh, it's so good.
I loved the first of the reboot of the Planet of the Apes, and then the second one, I fucking hated every fucking second of it.
Really?
Yeah. Terrible
Oh.
plot, terrible writing, terrible writing. I was just like, this doesn't fit with the character of Caesar that they established in the last film. And fucking Woody Harrelson is a terrible fucking. Or wait, no, was Woody Harrelson? No, that's the third one.
Watch what you say.
Hang
Woody
on.
My favorite actor of all time.
Calm down. Woody Harrelson's in the third film, not in the second film, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm talking about my ass. Whoever the fuck the bad guy was in the second movie was terrible. Haven't seen the third one. Hear it's good. I know there's a lot of praise for that director, Matt Reeves, and that's why he's doing the Batman. So, haven't seen the third one, heard good things, but I didn't go see it in theaters because I was like, 2 was so bad, in my opinion. Like, did not like it.
Oh,
anyways,
okay.
so but the third one's good, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, but you liked the second one too, though.
I liked them all.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you have a notable, or do you want to move on?
I'm trying to fucking get a fucking list to fucking help my fucking
okay.
shitty
Thor
ass.
Ragnarok. There's one.
Is that a notable or on your list?
That's a notable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I would put it on a notable. I liked Thor Ragnarok a shitload, and I was very pleased overall with everything that happened in that film. Let's see, looking through. It's not on my top 5, but it's definitely a notable. Is Kingsman: The Golden Circle?
Yes, bitch.
Fucking love Kingsman.
Yes, I fucking love Kingsman.
And I think The Golden Circle is neither better or worse than the original. I think it's just as good.
Elton John's in it, sir. Sir Elton John is in that movie.
That was definitely... And kicking the shit out of people and fighting robot dogs. It's fucking...
Yes.
It was fucking great.
I fucking love that movie. That movie's great. It was hard for me not to put it on my list. That's why it's, so high up. It's in the notables. I couldn't know. I can't do that to them. Fucking I defy you to tell me a better action scene than the motherfucking Freebird scene in the first Kingsman. Go ahead. That's not a war movie.
You're talking about which scene was the Freebird scene in the first Kingsman?
When he turns
on yeah, no, that was great.
Yes. Woo. I watched that and listen, number one, I love that fucking song. Okay? That part makes you want to fucking do push-ups.
I mean, that church scene was pretty fucking crazy. I think the assault on Poppy's thing was cooler though.
Oh. Yeah. I mean,
fuck.
Jesus, I thought you were getting killed.
Mike says, Jesus, I thought you were getting killed. I guess that was the podcast equivalent of a snowball getting thrown into the fucking room.
I got hit by a snowball just last week. I think 2 weeks ago, I got hit by a fucking snowball. It was the first time you heard my Jessica, on a podcast ever.
Oh, I've got to listen. Which was it? Last week's podcast?
Yeah, I think it was last week's.
Okay, I got to listen to that podcast then.
I mean, it happens. I think probably in the middle. We do long podcasts.
We do that. So it's not my number 2, but I can tell you what my number 5 is, and it might surprise a lot of people. And I forgot about it until I read it on a list, so I apologize.
We don't do lists on Forked. Apparently, we're just skipping around. So now you're going to hear my 5th one.
So my 5th one for movies of best movies of 2017 is actually Murder on the Orient Express.
Number 5? What?
Well, I gotta leave room for other movies, hun.
2017's over in like 2
No.
days.
I know.
You cannot side podcast.
How can you
You're
leave
on the
room
mic or
for
you're
more
not.
movies of 2017?
No.
Mike says
Nope.
no fucking side podcast. You're either on the fucking podcast or you're not.
Can't-
No
Well,
backseat
I'm
podcasting.
waiting for you to move out of the way.
Yeah, okay, get on the mic, girl.
Do
We
you
gotta
wanna
hear
get
your
on?
list now. No, she's in. Tag.
Okay.
She's tagged.
I'm
The
a side
podcast tagged
podcast
her.
against
You can't say
Mike's
shit.
wishes.
She said, or Mike says, can't side podcast. You're in. Tag. You're in.
That don't work on me. I'm a
It
preschool
does.
teacher. I ignore
No.
that shit.
Oh,
I don't think she's coming on, dude.
he's coming on.
He says you're coming on.
You're coming
He
on.
really wants me on that bad.
Yeah, he's screaming and
Yes.
he's yelling and he's
I want
pumped.
it.
He wants it, he says.
I will drink pre-workout for this.
He says he will drink pre-workout for
You will get.
this.
You will get
Oh
prime
my
Mike
gosh.
list. You
You'll-
will get.
Fine then.
There's so many voices right now. What did you just say, Mike?
Said you will get prime mic list. You will get the motherfucking top quality mic list. You'll get the mic list that motherfuckers go, hey, did you hear what Mike list said the other day? People are gonna be like, yo, did you
Oh my
hear what
gosh.
Mike was talking about on Fork this week?
That's
That's
hilarious.
what you're gonna hear.
And now we are joined by the one, the only, the lovely, illustrious Jessica Mello.
Hi.
And
Hey.
Mike won, and now she's on the show.
Fuck you, Mike. I was gonna sit here and I was gonna read and then I was gonna make fun of you two, but no.
You can do it on the show.
There you go.
Listen, they say for me, they're like, hey, by the way, Buster Knuckle, which is what I go by in the gaming communities, he's never met a mic he didn't like. And that's true. I've never met a microphone I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
So
What was I saying? Oh, I had said my fifth best movie of the year is Murder on the Orient Express.
That would have
I
been
think-
like one of your top ones.
and then you came in and then you started talking and I was like, no. We
Yeah.
do not side talk. We do not side podcast. You can't be off mic on mic. It's one or the other. You can't be in superposition.
Since when did you become the rule maker?
I'm not. That's just podcast 101.
Since he watched a Will Smith movie, got jacked up on orcs, started talking D&D, and now he's just crammed 500 milligrams of caffeine in his face. So, I think
Also,
the fucking
I've
man
never
is in
had-
charge.
Also, I've never had coffee until this week.
How on
yeah.
how on earth you go your whole life without having a sip of coffee?
Oh, yeah, I was bitching about this to him about Christmas.
Jessica, I
my
just want to let you know, I brought you in on the most on a good topic. Welcome back. This is going to be next week too. If you walk in, just want to let you know. Every time you walk in and you start saying something to Tim, I'm like, nope, no side seats, get her in. So I'm just giving you. It's just me letting you know. Because any conversation is a good conversation. People like listening to other people talk. I listen to other people talk all at work every hour of every day. I never not have a headphone in.
I talk to children all day, so.
Oh God. I mean, I do too, technically. Now, I've never had coffee. I never like the smell.
I love
Okay.
the smell of coffee. It's so good.
Well,
I
okay,
never
okay,
saw-
okay. Hang on. All right, Mike. Take me on the Wayback Machine. Take me on the journey.
Oh,
When
okay.
was the first time you smelled coffee and you went, fuck that?
5.
5?
It's that clear of a memory.
Okay. Do you remember
It's-
what kind of coffee it was?
Probably Black Folger's house.
See, that's fucking why.
That was my first sip of coffee. Was 5 years old and it was Folgers.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, because my grandfather always had coffee all day throughout the day, kind of thing, and I never knew what it was he had in his mug. And we were outside, and I finally said, "Grandpa, what is in your cup?" And he's like, "Well, here, take a sip." And I had my first sip of black coffee.
I was 5 and I had my first sip of beer.
We weren't like that. I mean, I'm Mexican, but we weren't that bad.
I'm just saying. Oh, I don't know if I told you this, Tim. We can get back to the whole coffee thing.
Mhm.
I got my DNA tested,
Oh,
like
okay.
23andMe.
Okay.
I am Scandinavian predominantly, and
Okay.
then there's like Welsh
Uh-huh.
and some French. And I'm like, that's what this looks like. Because I've always wondered what the fuck I am.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody's like, "Oh, dude, you're English for sure." And I'm like, not by this. I'm not. I'm more French than anything." And
Well-
it makes sense. Like, it's
Okay, so
it was like,
so you keep talking about your life every week, Mike, and I
yeah,
keep getting more curious. So you say this like nobody's ever like told you like what you're from. Are you adopted?
no, we just
Oh.
don't talk about it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
We're weird. I'm honest. My family's weird as shit. That's why me and my Jessica get along so well. We're both fucking weird.
Fair enough. Why did you
I've
just why
I've
did
done
you
the
just elbow
mamushka
me?
I've done the mamushka at weddings, Tim.
You just elbowed me, Jessica. Why did you elbow me when he said his Jessica and him get along so well because they're weird? Is that why you elbowed me? This is a speaking podcast. Speak up.
I'm
What are
sorry,
you
I
doing?
can't turn the camera on. I can't see your hands. What are you saying? This isn't Blue's Clues. You need to tell me what you're saying. Please.
She's pantomiming Blue's Clues right now.
Hey, no, we cannot. I can't skidoo to you guys. If I could, I would. Trust me. That would just be fun as shit. Hey, Tim, you got the picture of my living room? All right, here I come. Blue's could do. We can too. Oh, hey, guys, what's it like? I don't know. A trip. I bet going through a skidoo world is like going. It's like an acid trip, which I've done.
Oh my god.
I'm dropping little gems for Tim to bring back
I
later.
feel like I'm gonna run this through the audio analyzer, and I'll be able to determine that your vocal pattern has increased from probably like about 180 beats per minute to like 490.
Oh yeah, it
Like
hit me.
since you just like fucking.
It's hit me. I'm not
Gosh.
gonna lie. It hits me fast. My lips are tingling. My face feels like I'm getting stung by 1,000 bees that are on fire.
Oh my god, no.
Oh,
Oh
this is so
man.
good.
So
All right. So
one.
Jessica, we need your number 1, number 2, and number 5 movie before I do my 5.
I guess in
1,
that order.
2, and 5.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
in that order.
that's how we count here. Apparently, we don't math.
Oh, I don't math.
Well,
Because
I
Tim went 1. Who starts at 1 on a list? Honestly, who starts at 1 on a list show?
Yeah, who does start on 1?
And then he started at 1. I was like, well, fuck it. I guess I'll do 1 instead of doing 5 like a normal person would. Why? Because I'm weird. I'm very much like smitten that way.
Oh, so good.
Well, I'm like, I don't even remember what all the movies that came out, so I'm still looking through the list.
All right. Well,
So to fill you in, so my number 1 movie of the year was actually Power Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
and my number 2 was Spider-Man, and my number 5 was
Orient Express.
and my number 1 was Logan, and my number 2 was Get Out, and I'm not going to do my number 5 until Jessica does her 1, 2, and 5.
My number 1, I think, is Thor.
Really?
That was
Yeah.
that was on my notables, Tim.
Oh,
I think number 1 is Thor. Out of all that I have seen,
even over Star Wars?
yeah.
Interesting.
I think Star Wars is actually a little bit lower on my list, but I really enjoyed Thor from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
The humor was consistent throughout, which is,
That's
it
true.
was the funniest Marvel movie that I have ever seen. And I was intrigued from start to finish. And a lot of these movies nowadays that are getting longer and longer, I can feel them getting longer. Whereas in Thor, I didn't feel that. It felt pretty fast, pretty consistent. So I put that as my number 1 for that reason. My number 2 is Bright.
Wow. I am.
Well, because for me,
here it comes. Here it comes. Get ready, Mike. Get ready.
Oh,
She's putting this soapbox on underneath her feet. I can feel it. She's rubbing her little paws together like she's gonna ignite a fucking fire.
Hey Tim, I'm gonna give you one of the greatest compliments a man can give another man. Okay.
What?
Your Jessica reminds me of a girl who would be okay with when they get married that maybe, just maybe, somewhere in the wedding ceremony, the Green Lantern oath is said or given in some sort of way.
Okay, here's the thing. Is that okay?
Man. You're going multiple soapboxes deep, Mike. You fucking cut yourself such a fucking hole in your armor right now. All right, honey.
So
let it go. Let it all out.
When Halo came out, the first, I think, 2 Halos, I saw a picture online of a couple who's like their minister or whatever who's marrying them was dressed as Master Chief. And I turned to my dad and I said, I want Master Chief to marry me.
Well, I just want to say this right now. If it ever happens, and you were to ever to be wed, I would somehow find my way to Seattle, and I will officiate said wedding.
In a Master Chief costume?
I am an ordained minister.
Man, the nuggets you're dropping, man. You are fucking like doing like all of the like after credits scenes of Marvel movies. Like right now, Mike. You're giving me so much stuff to work with.
The only way I would ever let you
2018.
do that, Mike, is if you were dressed as either Master Chief or as a Jedi Knight.
How about
One?
Whoa. Okay, fuck off, everybody. Why not a Master Chief Jedi Knight?
Because that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't it though? Master Chief with a fucking green lightsaber and like a robe. He had a fucking poncho in the fucking trailer for Halo 3.
That is true.
Sand poncho, green lightsaber. Master Chief's Jedi confirmed for New Year 2017. What up?
I'm just saying, I am an ordained minister. I spent $15 to do so. Universal Life Church. I'm a reverend. You can refer to me as Rev Mike if you wish.
Oh my God.
I spent $15 on that. I also optioned for the $35 notary, so I can notarize.
Oh, that's actually a good thing to have.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a legitimate good skill to have.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, do you want to spend $35 to be a registered notary?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bitch. Here's a $50. I'm out.
Okay, what you're going on your soapbox about Bright?
Oh, so I pretty much figured since I explained why Thor was my number one. Bright, I looked forward to since the trailers. I liked the director. My favorite movie for a while was End of Watch, which he did. I'm very pro cop, so seeing how well he did with End of Watch.
That's why it was so good as a cop movie.
Because with End of Watch, he made Jake and was it Michael Pena? I think he was his partner in that movie. He made them go on ride-alongs with the LAPD. And so that's why they talk and act just like LAPD cops, because he made them go work with LAPD cops.
Okay.
And it was a really well done movie. The guy is an ex-military guy. He, huge, big pro cop guy. And so to see fantasy mixed with real cop-like work and see it on the screen was a nice mix, and I really liked it. It was really well executed. I liked the story. It was fantastic.
I said it was like a modern-day D&D campaign.
Yeah. It was really well done, and I loved every minute of it. I liked Will Smith's performance. I'm not a huge fan of him.
Oh, hon. Okay, so for the first 30 fucking minutes of this show, we just went over how much we all fucking love Will Smith and how he's never made a bad fucking movie.
He did make a bad movie, though.
What's the bad movie?
What?
What was that one he did with his son?
Oh, no. No. You can't just come in here after the show has been rolling, after we're singing fucking praises from Mount fucking whatever Mount Doom over here from fucking Hyrule about how we like After Earth.
And
you can't just come in here and be like, bitch, it's bad.
It is bad. It's awful. And then he did Suicide Squad. That was a shitty movie.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mike's on the screen.
Yeah, Suicide was good. Suicide Squad was good.
Suicide Squad was god awful. I wanted to shoot my foot off.
Yeah, it was good for what it was.
It was awful.
It's a Suicide Squad movie. It's goddamn like fucking not the Avengers, the Justice League, another team. I don't know.
Expendables?
X Factor. It was like X Factor.
I don't like X Factor.
Exactly. But it was a good movie for like a heist turned into an, oh my god, there's a super bad, oh my gosh, she was so sexy too. Cara Delevingne. Oh god, she was so sexy. I like Crazy. Didn't know if you guys could tell that. But yeah, no, Suicide was good. I disagree.
I hated it. I hated those movies. I I like him in a couple of things, but I just don't find him a very good actor.
No, you can't say that. I'm gagging. You can't say that about Will Smith. I won't let you. I won't let you.
I mean, for a while, my favorite movie was I Am Legend, and I liked him in that. That was a good movie.
Fantastic. A fantastic movie. So you're back in the good graces.
Like I like a couple of his movies, but I've never really liked a lot of what he did. I mean, I didn't like Prince of Bel-Air. I hated that show.
What?
Yeah, I watched it I would watch it, but I didn't really like it.
Tim, I got the title for this episode. I got the title for this episode. Ready?
Hand in my mouth.
Secret Time. That's the episode that's the title of this episode. Secret Time. Because secrets are getting out, folks. I've never had Jessica's never seen motherfucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You've never seen TNT and or Nick at Night and or any other show that played in the 90s? What's your favorite 90s sitcom? You're wrong.
Know.
Even your soul saying it's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's why you can't think of none. Perfect Step by Step, motherfucking Full House, motherfucking
I like
Family
Full
Matters.
House. I didn't really watch a lot of Family Matters.
You can't say Full House is better than you can't.
I liked Full House though.
You can't say Full House is better than Fresh Prince. Can't.
I just didn't like
Mr. Belvedere.
So you liked Bright, huh? Okay, cool. What was your number 5 movie?
Thank you, Tim.
What would be my...
Thank you, Tim. I could wait another 30 minutes on Will Smith.
I know. I'm not prepared for that. I'm not prepared to let our audience hear that.
Yeah, we get it. You like Will Smith, Mike. Get over it.
So I can.
What's your number 5 movie?
She's thinking about it. So I can tell you my number 3 and my number 4 movies. So my number 4 movie.
No, hold on, Tim. We can't go out of order. This is we can't math, Tim. We got to keep this pace. She does 5, I do 5, and then you do fucking 3.
What happened to 4?
4 is last.
Okay.
We got forked, guys. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. This is what my caffeine-addled brain thought of, and it was a good idea.
Oh, goodness.
So I think 5 is going to be the Dark Tower.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ooh, good grab.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
read the book, and I really liked the book. Stephen King doing fantasy is new for him, even though it's been out for a while. I really enjoyed it when the book came out, and the movie was actually not that bad. It stuck to the book as far as I can remember. And
it kind of did. Everybody's bullshit was.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much when it comes to book versus film. But I thought it was a good translation on it. I liked the nitty gritty. I liked all the costumes. I liked every actor that was casted in it. I thought it was just really well done for what the book was. So, and all the visuals were really stunning. I mean, I loved every bit of it, but it's kind of lower on my list since, there's so much more that did so much better with what they had. So.
That was a good grab. Matthew McConaughey was great in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was really
I love
good.
Matthew McConaughey. I don't know why.
I don't know why people hate him. Like, I've not seen, not to start another list, but I've not seen a Matthew McConaughey movie that I didn't at least like.
Agreed.
So my number.
Wait, Mike has to do his number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Oh,
Tim.
do your fucking 5 then, goddammit.
John Wick.
2?
John Wick 2, yeah.
Okay.
Obviously
I've not seen any John Wicks.
I haven't seen the second one. I've seen the first one and I loved it.
Okay, then you'll love the second one. It's more of the same. It's a good fucking. It's just a good action shoot 'em up movie, and to make it seem super realistic, the jujitsu is legit. Like the moves he does, like the submissions and stuff,
Well,
and
everything
all of his gun work.
Well, I mean,
Well, because Keanu Reeves knows how to shoot. He's been trained. So,
yeah, he had all that fucking Matrix training, yo.
He's always been.
don't you know?
He's always been pro gun. He's always out there on the range shooting and learning new stuff and handling everything. So all of that is him and authentic. So
Yeah, I saw the video of him doing the React course, and I've done that course, and I watched him. I was like, oh, he knows. That's why I put him on the list. I mean, he's legit, and the submissions, like he puts the dude in the triangle choke. It's legit. Like I get pulled out of things by my I call it my what the fuck sensor.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I go what the fuck a bunch of times, that's why I don't like The Walking Dead.
Thank you.
You cannot shoot at a full sprint and get headshots. You can't even hit the target at a full sprint.
Right.
With one hand, you have to stabilize. I know how to shoot. No, I can't get over that. So that's my number 5, John Wick. If you haven't seen it. Plus, I love pit bulls.
Sweet. So my number 4 movie of the year will be a controversial one, but I don't care. I fucking love Justice League. Justice League was great, and how come I'm hearing like radio chatter?
What are you playing, dude?
Does anybody else hear radio?
Yeah, I hear it.
I hear like a radio.
You shouldn't hear radio. There's nothing playing on my end.
I hear clicking, so you're playing a game of some kind.
I know,
yeah.
but we hear like somebody is like called in. They found a dead body on floor 4, kind of radio.
Oh,
like what?
My head is all completely off.
I wonder if that'll come through in the recording. We will find out later.
Did we just ghost?
Maybe. We just did the movie Frequency, basically.
Maybe.
Oh, I know what's happening. I don't know how this edit's gonna go, so I'm just gonna say to our audience, my internet shit out, and that's what happened. It's back up now, and we were rolling. I don't remember what we were saying.
You were on your number 3, and then you're gonna do your 4.
Oh, I was on my 3. Oh yeah, Justice League.
Yep. Okay.
Oh no, I was doing 4. I thought we were doing 4 and then 3.
Oh, we're doing.
You and your weird.
I didn't do this. This is all Mike.
This is all my caffeine out of brain. Yeah, 4 and 3. So 4 was Justice League.
4 is Justice League.
Okay.
Loved Justice League. Probably gonna see it again soon. I liked it. I know people are pissed at Joss Whedon about it. To those people I say, get the fuck over it. It's a good movie, and I think they did the best with what they had, and I think what they had was pretty decent. So there we go. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I smiled. Definitely didn't hate it. Went in expecting to dislike it a little bit, and only in retrospect and thinking hard about it was it like, okay, I could pick a butt there and I could pick a butt that. But overall, really liked it. And I liked the new Justice League cast members as well. They did really well. Particularly, what's his name? The guy who played Cyborg, who's like never fucking done anything before, really. Acted his ass off. So good for him. And then my number 3, also probably cliche and maybe a little lower than other people might expect. And my number 3 is Star Wars The Last Jedi. Fucking loved it. I've analyzed the shit out of it. It has kicked off an entire new Star Wars kick for me. Like, I started to have like a little bit of a Star Wars kick like before the movie. It's like, okay, I watched Force Awakens again. Cool. I'm in the mood. And I watched The Last Jedi and it's like, okay. No, I went back and I rewatched like 15 select episodes of the Clone Wars. I caught up on Rebels. I watched all fucking 6 of the movies again, plus Force Awakens, and then I went and saw it again. So it's like, okay, yeah, I really like The Last Jedi. We already talked about that last week, so I don't need to go.
Yeah, but I
that.
rewatched Force Awakens, and I'm back.
Yeah, you like it now?
Now knowing what I know, yeah, it's so
that's great.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, was I telling you, hun, that he like hated the Force Awakens?
What?
He hated the Force Awakens, and then he watched The Last Jedi.
Sir, no, you're getting on me about stuff I don't like.
Okay, but here's the thing. Get this. He watched Rogue One first.
I liked Rogue One.
And then he watched The Force Awakens.
Oh yeah, no. That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah, especially because one of those movies is garbage.
You take that back.
I will never take that back.
I will put my gum in your hair.
That's the best.
How
That's
do
the
you
best 15
retaliate
minutes
with gum in
cinema.
your hair?
You can't say, spoiler alert, Darth Vader wrecking shop, destroying motherfuckers wasn't the greatest, one of the greatest 15-minute sequences in
The thing is,
movies.
Tim's beef on it was, one, he hated the fact that Vader made a pun,
I
two,
really did.
There wasn't enough Vader
Agreed.
in a movie that you, going in, you knew wasn't going to have very much Vader.
Don't care, want more Vader.
And those are his reasons why he hates.
I can agree with that, but it was the perfect amount if you want to show how badass he has become.
Yeah, or they could just adapt the brilliant comics that they've been writing for Darth Vader in the new Disney canon. Which me and a couple other hardcore Star Wars people are like, yeah, the Darth Vader Star Wars comics are fucking choice.
They're sitting in a box in my closet that I have yet to read.
That is sad.
Okay.
I have so many comic books. You see how many comic books I have to catch up on.
I know, but it's still sad. Why don't you just read it digitally?
Why?
I have them all.
But why?
Because then you can, like,
nothing is
read them on your
better
break.
than holding the paper in your hand and smelling the ink on the comic book paper. And then slowly putting it back in its sleeve and put it nice back in the box. It's awesome.
I disagree. I would rather be lying down in my iPad in a lawn chair in a cool breeze, drinking some lemonade.
And then guess what? When the whole world loses its internet, when the apocalypse happens, guess who's going to have comic books to read during the apocalypse? Me.
This guy with a 128 gigabyte iPad that's filled up with fucking comic books.
Until that gets shut down. Because you have to have access to the internet.
You don't.
Whatever.
They're totally offline. They're downloaded.
Okay, until your iPad runs out of battery and you can't charge it anymore, and then you don't have comic books. And guess who will?
I have a lot of manga, but
so
I did read it. I also read
so much manga.
Digitally.
I have so much manga.
Anyways, those were my 3 and 4, my top 5. Real quick on the honorable mentions: Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets, The Space Between Us, which I saw with Jessica on Valentine's Day.
Is that the little kid from Mars movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
In case you didn't know, Mike List is a cinephile.
Also, because I feel like it'd be wrong if I didn't include it. Also, the Transformers movie this year, honorable mention. Not my personal favorite of the Michael Bay Transformer movies, but it had its moments. Let's see what else came out this year.
What do you think about honorable mentions?
I guess I didn't say Logan, so Logan has to get an honorable mention.
I mean, it was mentioned.
Yeah.
Quite high, actually.
Oh, you know what should get an honorable mention? Because I had absolutely expectations that it was going to be a hot pile of trash. Kong Skull Island.
Oh, I was going to say Split.
Did Split come out this year?
That was on my list.
Did Split come out this year?
Was it?
It's on my fucking list.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that. Was Split fucking... Did Split come out this year?
Yeah, it came out January this year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but...
Okay.
Yeah. You
Honorable mention for Split, then.
For you.
For sure. And Kong Skull Island, because I had no expectations. Came out of the movie being like, that was a fun little adventure flick. And what's his name? Who played Loki? Who's the lead? Could totally be an Indiana Jones person. Like he's good.
He's been pushing to be the next James Bond, and I kind of
he'd be a boss James Bond.
Yeah, but they don't want him.
That's
just
not
stupid.
as good as Idris Elba. Not as good as Idris Elba.
No, Tom Hiddleston would be an amazing James Bond. He just did a British sub show or like a miniseries that's James Bond like, and that series was phenomenal. And everyone else after that said, "No, you need him as James Bond because he did perfect as a James Bond like character in this show." But they're like, "No."
You know what is sad is that Hugh Jackman turned down the role of James Bond.
It is sad.
Well, I can see it though.
To be fair, though, his argument though was they wanted to cast him as James Bond after X-Men 2, and like his thought was that they were going to do like another like goofy James Bond, and he didn't want to do that. He's like, I got X-Men going on. Like, I don't want to do that. Anyways, beside the point. People get on with the other movies, and we'll get on to our other lists.
All right, Jess, you wanted to go next since we already said. Sorry.
Sure. So my number 3 was Split. I mean, it's having all those different personalities and him being able to act out every distinct personality so well was, I mean, amazing to me. And the fact that I kept begging Tim forever to see it, and he only agreed to see it because
I read the article that said that it was secretly connected to Unbreakable, and I had no idea going into it, and I regret not seeing it in the theaters, and I apologize.
That reveal is so good.
Oh God, it's the best. I cannot wait for Glass 2018. Probably.
So I mean, Split was just, it was really well done. I felt it was well executed, and it was just a good comeback for the director, because I had not been pleased with a lot of his work as of late.
Yeah, because you fucking hated The Last Airbender and you hated fucking After Earth.
I hated everything.
And I liked them both. So
it was just,
there.
Well, you are terrible with your taste in movies.
We are terrible with movies then, because I agree.
The Last Airbender.
Like one of us is wrong on the show.
Okay, the fact that everyone, critics and just the general population, hated The Last Airbender, you both are wrong. Everybody hated that movie. It was god-awful.
It's incredible that everything you just said is wrong.
Jedi
Master, beat down!
I've never heard a more wrong statement in my life.
There was so much wrong with that. Everything was... Okay, you know, I'm going to move on because I'm going to start venting and you don't want me to do that. Okay?
Oh, no, this is what podcasting is. Hey, Tim, guess what? We found the cast, baby. This is fucking great.
Like, you really don't want me to go into a venting thing with Last Airbender.
You don't know who you're dealing with. I am the fucking tirade king. I don't come out until the podcast is at least 3.5 hours long, baby.
I had my time to vent when I walked out of that movie theater.
You're bright right now because you have a magic wand and you just called the Dark Lord. It's here. We can vent.
I'm gonna move on before I'm solely talking for 3 hours.
You like Korra, don't you? I'm just gonna guess. You like Korra, don't you?
It was okay.
She hasn't seen all of Korra.
I've seen the first season.
She hasn't seen all of Korra.
And I liked it. I own it. I haven't seen them all though. Because
we need to go through that whole series now.
Well, you know what? When you stop putting more shows in my plate,
that's not gonna happen.
Well, that's coming next. What's your fourth movie? Because apparently you don't know how we count here at Get Forked. It's 4th and 3. Everyone knows that.
My number 4 was Last Jedi.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Sweet.
I wasn't honorable mention it because it was too early.
I mean, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I really, really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's not as great as the others, I felt.
If you say that Rogue One is better than The Last Jedi...
Oh, no.
Good.
Oh, no.
Good. Because we'd be having a different kind of conversation.
Say it. Say it. You know you want to. You know you want to. You want to say it.
Mike.
I'm tempted.
For our relationship, don't.
Don't say it. I like you. Don't say it.
Yeah.
Okay. So did we fucking get through our 5 movies?
Yes. He needs to still do his.
I need to do my 4.
Oh, okay.
My 4 is It.
Okay.
That was a lot of people want to fight me on that one. And my number 3 movie is The Shape of Water.
Yeah, you were texting me. You're like, bitch, you got to see this movie.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, it's like women empowered. Like it's 2 strong, empowered women who are like just looked down on. One can't speak, and the other is black, and it's in the 50s. You know, racism and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they find the monster, who looks a lot like Abe Sapien. And, you know, it's Guillermo del Toro. Mm-hmm. So maybe everybody thought it was an Abe Sapien, like an undercover Abe Sapien origin story.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out, I mean, can I spoil?
No. I haven't
Okay.
seen it. I like Del Toro stuff. I'm gonna see it eventually.
Okay. It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
It's beautifully done. It's like music. It really is. It's like a fantastic movie. It's fantastic.
Okay.
Everything's done beautifully. There's just little notes. Oh, so good. And yeah, it and The Shape of Water.
Okay, cool. Haven't seen it. I'd been saying probably on this podcast many times I was going to take Jessica to it and all that sort of stuff. Never happened, but I have purchased it. So I have it
There are
digitally,
so many-
and I'm ready to see it.
There's so many movies that I was looking through that I had wanted to see but never got around to.
Well,
So-
I mean, I wanted to see Blade Runner, and I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I have purchased it as well right now. I intend to see it before the
Shout
new
out
year.
to Lego Batman.
Oh,
and
Shout out to
Guardians
Lego
2.
fuck!
Yeah.
Okay, can I change my top 5 then?
No.
No.
We're already too far in this. We need to keep going.
You can
Okay,
honorable mention, Tim. You can honorable mention.
number 6 is the fucking Lego Batman movie because it is the fucking Pimp Daddy funniest movie of the year.
I can see writing that in.
Yes.
What?
Not after Thor.
Yeah, I thought it was funnier than Thor.
Who are you?
I also thought Spider-Man was funnier than Thor. I did think Thor was funnier than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. She's death glare. A lot of death glare going on right now, folks. Okay, so let's move on to our top 5 TV shows of 2017. Do we want to do this fucking shitty numbers game thing
No,
again?
just do it like 5 to 1.
Okay, good. Why don't you kick it off, Mike, and why don't you just run straight through?
Hold on, I wrote it down. Where was it? Find on the list. I guess. Number 5.
Okay, I
would have to
literally
say
just
New
heard a
Girl.
radio that said that's a handicap spot. I literally just heard that. Did you hear that, Jessica?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
God damn it, are we going to lose internet again? Is that what we hear when the internet's dying? It picks up phantom radio signals? Is that the death knell call of its soul?
That's weird that you guys hear that because I don't hear a thing.
It's fucking
New Girl is on there because I've never seen it, and then I watch it and I love it.
As you should.
And it could be from any time, right? 4 would be
Well, I was thinking 2017.
The Punisher.
Like if it's on 2017, you know, like New Girl gets away with it because it's still on in 2017.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
New Girl, Punisher.
Okay.
3. I'm gonna say the Orville.
Yeah, Orville. I'd actually forgot about Orville.
4 Supernatural. Or 2 Supernatural. 1 would be. That's a tough one. Game of Thrones.
Okay. That's a good list. Also good you got the Orville on there. I had totally forgotten. So my list probably goes New Girl still every year until it's fucking over.
I love it.
So good. And particularly this season. This season was really good, actually.
Haven't seen it yet. We're still in season 5.
I know. You gotta catch
I'm
up.
not even that far, so.
Yeah. She's close to finishing season 1. So I'd say New Girl. Ooh. Actually,
kind of tough.
I just because I didn't write any of these down, so I'm thinking. So New Girl is 5. Number 4 is probably Orville because I figured it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be like, you know, legitimately like great fucking writing and great fucking sci-fi. Like huge surprise. Number 3. God damn it! I was just looking at a list. Why can't I remember any fucking piece of shit?
Because you're playing a game instead of.
I'm not playing a game. You
were
can't
playing
prove
a
that.
game.
You can't prove that at all.
He was playing. What was it? That Star Wars game. What's it called? Force Unleashed. Force
that.
something. Force Arena.
I was playing stuff too. Is what we do.
Oh,
I can hear you clicking.
Yeah, but like the first 30 minutes, he was watching a movie, he was playing a video game, and he was podcasting.
How on earth, dude?
What happens is sometimes I split my brain away.
Well, you know what? You need to teach Tim your skills because he can't eat and talk to me at the same time.
It's true. I starve. It's entirely true. Like if like we haven't seen each other that day, and we're like talking to each other, like dinner time or whatever, and I'm like talking to her, get that Tim fill in, charge your batteries up, and she's like, "You said you made food." I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Is it sitting there cold?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Why don't you eat?" And then I was like, I don't know.
He can't multitask.
I just can't.
He's awful at it.
Okay, so number 3 is The Leftovers, because it had its series finale this year, and it was just a fucking terrific, epic final season for that show. It was super great. My number 2. I'm counting backwards and wrongly on my hand. I'm holding up the number 4, and I said the word 2. Number 2 has to be Rick and Morty, because I had never experienced Rick and Morty until this summer, and it is the greatest goddamn thing. And the new season was also fucking great, and it was fucking awesome. And then my number 1 show of the year is Star Trek Discovery, because A, it's Star Trek. Everybody knows Tim loves Star Trek. B, holy shit, is it good writing, great acting, and the most ludicrous sets you've ever seen for a TV show, period, because A, they spent $9 million a fucking episode on this fucking show. And it broke like all kinds of crazy Star Trek conventions, like there's like on-screen gay romances. They drop the F-bomb. It's gory. Like, what the F? Like, it's R-rated Star Trek, like, legitimately. But it's also still Star Trek, but it's also modern Star Trek, even though it's another prequel because it takes place after Enterprise but before Star Trek the original series. And it's fucking awesome. And it's great. And it deserves every accolade it's going to get. That's my 5.
All right. So for my number 5, which is going to be very controversial for anybody, is 13 Reasons Why. I know everybody kind of hates that show, but I actually really enjoyed it. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Game of Thrones. Number 3 is A New Girl. I put it that high on my list just because I adamantly refused to watch that show for the longest time, and then Tim made me watch an episode, and
Yeah,
I am just like Jess in the show, like to a T.
It's not that bad, folks, for those who's listening.
I was really worried for a second.
I am a school teacher, so I do like half the things that she says, and I come home covered in glitter and paint and other stuff, and I sing, and not as bad as her or as randomly as her, but
yeah, totally not season 1 Jessica Day.
Really?
And I'm not, and I do
Mike
not
just sings things to me too.
but I do not have a hat made of ribbons. So
Thank God.
I mean, I'm girly, but I'm also grungy. Like right now, I'm in a t-shirt and a band tee. So jeans and a band tee.
But let me say for our audience here the degrees in which New Girl got its hooks into her, and I told her when we started, I was like, okay, first of all, pilot's not that good, and also season 1 compared to the rest of the series is pretty dog shit.
Yeah, and I watched it because he wanted to feel better.
Yeah, I was having a bad day. I think that was actually explained in a podcast. But
yeah, last week.
We are like 7 minutes into the pilot, and the normal shit that like Jessica Day is doing that's really annoying in the first season, that I'm just like shaking my head, no, please, let's get on to the funny bits with the guys. My Jessica is laughing her goddamn ass off at every fucking little bird song and little like, who's that girl? It's Jess. And she's just like giggling and laughing, and she's like, oh God, sparkles and these things and I'm her.
I'm like, oh, I do that. Oh God, I do that too. Oh no, I feel so bad for Tim.
So
yeah. Anyway, that was my number 3. Number 2 is Sherlock, because I had never seen Sherlock before.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted to, tried it once, but it was too long. I watched like 10 minutes before I'm like, I have to go back to work. Never really got into it. Tim made me watch it, and it's one of my favorite shows of all time right now.
Mm-hmm. Now you get to join the horrific train of waiting for whenever the hell there's going to be a fifth one.
Yeah, I hate you.
If there'll be a fifth one, who knows?
And my number 1 is Outlander.
Wow.
Because I love Outlander. I didn't get into it till the show's getting ready to come on. A friend of mine told me about it, because I love history. I'm a history buff. And it's very historical, despite all the drama and the romance and all that. And so to see a lot of the history as they incorporate that into the show was one of my favorite things. And this season, I think, was one of its best seasons that it has done. I really, really enjoyed it. I think that tops out my whole list.
Sweet.
Now I am in a dry spell, and I'm just like, no, Outlander!
It's okay. Ronald D. Moore, who executive produces and writes and is the showrunner for Outlander, also executive produced and wrote Battlestar Galactica, which I have got her started on now.
Yeah, that's one of like
Nice.
the 6, 7, 8 shows that we are currently in the middle of.
Yeah, it's true. We've also got a lot of Marvel shit to catch up on. Which, by the way, we have 2 Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and 2 Runaways. And we haven't started Inhumans.
And we're in the middle of Punisher.
And we're in the middle of Punisher.
We have to finish Legion.
Oh, yeah, and Legion.
Oh yeah, and Legion.
And then I'm in the middle of Chuck. I'm in the middle of Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of...
Should I just pull up the list?
What else am I in the middle
I have
of?
I have an actual couples list of all of the shows that
we are currently watching.
I'm watching with Jessica.
Oh, I can go off the top on all mine. So,
you got an honorable mention for TV shows, Mike? While I pull it up.
Yeah, I gotta say I got really into the Mr. It was on Netflix, Mr. Perel and Doctor Strange or Mr. Strange.
No, we haven't finished that yet.
Oh, it's so
No,
good.
we haven't.
I'm not good with names, folks. I'm sorry, I didn't write these.
Well, one of my honorable mentions is going to be Stranger Things. It was really good, but it wasn't. It was just under my 13 reasons why.
Also, honorable mention, which honestly really should have been in my top 5, but whatever, I fucked it up. The final 5th new season of Samurai Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge Samurai Jack fan growing up, and they came back with an Adult Swim Samurai Jack. Like, same exact art style, same everything, just more adult. And it had an ending that made me cry and was poetic and perfect for closing out the Samurai Jack saga.
Yeah. It was nice because, I would wake up every Saturday morning just to watch Samurai Jack early in the morning. And to finally see it close out was nice.
Yeah. Okay, here's the list of TV shows Tim and Jessica are watching presently in 2017.
Have Dexter.
I'm just gonna bamf it. Dexter, The Magician, Sherlock, Chuck, The 3%, Attack on Titan, Firefly Serenity, The OA,
Oh, I finished
Black
stuff
Sail.
that let's take out the stuff that we've already checked off and finished.
No, I'm reading the fucking list, hun. It's a list.
I was gonna go yes or no to what me and my Jessica watched because this is interesting to me.
Oh, you're gonna go yes or no? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go a little slower. Okay, Dexter,
Yes.
The Magicians,
Oh yeah.
Sherlock.
We've already watched it.
So that's a yes.
That's a yes.
Chuck,
Yes.
The 3%.
Don't know what that is, but probably watch it.
It's
a Brazilian show where only the top 3% of the population gets to go off and become successful, blah blah blah, live and such.
It's a Netflix original, and you can watch it. It actually has it dubbed in English
because it is Portuguese,
and it's like a good dub too, where it actually sort of kind of matches.
It's a Brazilian Portuguese show.
Yeah, I've seen like a couple of episodes. It's good.
All right. No.
The Attack on Titan.
We're up to date. Yes, we read the
He never finished it with me.
I really just want to watch the fucking dubbed version. And I've been over this 1,000 times. I hate watching subtitled things.
Yeah, he won't watch anything that I want to watch. A lot of this list is what he's made me watch.
Yeah, this is exclusively the list I've made her watch, or have started the road on, and then it's fallen off, and we still need to finish.
There are 2 shows on here that are mine that I'm making him watch, but he hasn't even finished it.
Okay,
Let me know when they come up.
Attack on Titan's one.
Okay.
Firefly Serenity, although we did that last year, so I don't know why.
Again, you've checked those off.
Oh, okay, fine.
So
the OA.
Don't know what that is.
It's a great fucking Netflix show.
that he didn't want to watch with me, then he watched by himself and watched all of it without me.
Okay, so here's the deal. OA came out last year, and she wanted to watch it, and I thought it was fucking dumb and horrible. And then I was sick like 2 days later, and a buddy of mine who's a film snob was like, the OA. He was like, dude, I may or may not have had a transcendent experience with the OA and may think it's the best TV show of all time. And I went,
Whoa.
The fuck are you talking about? So I didn't know what he was talking about, and I was sick. So I listened/watched the entire series while I was like hacking up coughing with the audio description. You know, so it's like a narrator and stuff, and I'd sometimes put it down. And then I too found that it is actually fucking amazing.
Yeah, and then he texts me saying, yeah, I finished the OA. I'm like, you told me you didn't want to see it. Now you see it all without me?
Yeah, it's true.
Because he made me wait, and then he watched it all.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, you made me wait for fucking iZombie and
I told you I finished catching up with the 100, and then you didn't want to watch it.
That's a good one too.
Oh yeah, we have a 100 season to watch, huh?
Yeah, because I told you I caught up finally. I'm like a few episodes behind.
Yeah, because you made me wait on the 100. The new season came on, but you were like a season behind.
No, I was just a couple episodes behind.
Oh, well, whatever.
So then I caught up, and I told you when I caught up, and then you never wanted to watch it.
Oh, that's true. But anyway, you were like a season behind on
I was
iZombie.
not. Yeah, I was. But
iZombie, so you can't.
I'm almost caught up with that.
Anyways, Black Sails.
Yes. I mean, I watched that. We don't watch it together. She doesn't like pirates.
What? Oh, I don't know if we can get along now.
Well, I mean, she like Jack Sparrow. She like the Pirates of the Caribbean. She just doesn't like super historical
like
stuff.
the hardcore,
So
almost historical pirates. Yeah.
But I'm a history buff.
Yep.
I love pirates.
That's fine.
That's what got me into the history. I don't know if we can get along.
I liked it.
I don't know if we can get along now. I don't know.
We're not fighting each other on that one. I agree with you.
She's talking about like our Jessica's getting along.
Oh no, you'll get along.
Okay. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Obviously, I've watched it.
Legion.
I started it.
Death Note.
It was Final Destination with Death Note over top of it, but yes.
Well,
talking about the TV series.
The TV series.
Oh no.
Okay.
Because that was also one that I made him watch, and he actually finished that one.
Yeah, I really liked Death Note a lot better than the movie that supposedly takes place in Seattle, and yet no fucking place in that fucking movie does it fucking look like Seattle. God, I get fucking so mad about movies like that. and people don't have an excuse because Chronicle, everybody seen Chronicle here?
Mm-hmm.
Mike?
Yeah. Yes.
Great fucking movie, takes place in Seattle, yet was shot in like Nicaragua or some fucking place, yet it looks like it's fucking Seattle. So people who fucking don't shoot in Seattle and then don't make it look like Seattle have no fucking excuse when you have a low budget movie like Chronicle and it makes it fucking look like fucking Seattle. That's all I'm saying.
He got lazy.
I get really angry about that.
You love your town.
I mean, it's not even that I love it. It's like, you know, like
when you say it takes place
like,
in a place and it doesn't look like anything like it, especially people who live in that area who see something going, that's not fucking Seattle. Like, if there was like with George Lucas, he did films out of Modesto, California, and I lived about half an hour away from that town. And if he were to shoot it and say, oh, this takes place in Modesto, but it looks like New York City, I'm going to be like, fuck no, that looks nothing like Modesto. And people who live in the area will get pissed.
Here's another good example. And I've not been to New York City, but I feel I've seen enough movies that at least Hollywood tells me what New York City looks like. Who here has seen The Amazing Spider-Man, the movie? Jessica's raising her hand. Did you see it, Mike?
Is that the one with Andrew Garfield, or is that the?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the first of those only 2 films that they did, the first one was shot entirely in LA. Did not take place in New York at all.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, story-wise it does. But it looks like fucking New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can edit correctly to make something look like where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
If you can't seem to film in that area.
Yeah. Then we have Luke Cage on here.
I've seen. Yep.
With Samurai Jack.
I've watched it. I watch it. She doesn't really like a lot of anime. She likes kind of like the girly anime.
The shoujo stuff.
Yeah. I can't watch 2 dudes kissing on cartoons. It's okay in real life.
No. That's yaoi.
Really,
that's
it's
different.
Really sexual. I don't like watching dudes rub dicks. So
that is yaoi. That is different than shoujo.
I'm out. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm out.
The Orville.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Okay. Do you watch it with your Jessica though?
No.
Okay. Does she do sci-fi?
Yeah, she's okay with it. She wants to let it end first, since it's so close to ending. She'd rather have something to watch when there is nothing to watch.
I mean, I think the Orville is over for its first season. I think.
I mean, it has an episode or 2 left.
You think so?
I thought so.
I thought they only had like 9 episodes or something because it was the first season.
No, I told you 13 episodes. Did
you? Oh, well, when do we get more Orville?
I can look, but you told me to look it up once, and I told you it has 13 episodes scheduled.
Okay, look it up. Hannibal?
Yes.
Twin Peaks?
No.
DuckTales reboot 2017?
I'm not watching it out of principle.
I'll be honest. I wanted to hate it. I fucking love it.
Can you get past the art style? Because that's one of the hard ones for me.
I mean, have you tried it, like, beyond a trailer? Like, I actually find that I really love the art style, especially, and this is gonna date me, because, that's what the fucking comic book looked like. Which the original 80s TV show was based on.
So, Orville is over with 12 episodes.
Oh, it is over?
Okay.
Yes.
Then we'll start watching it now.
Yep.
Yeah. Last episode aired December 7th.
Okay.
And it will be coming back this new year.
Yeah. So, I imagine probably in summer
it
again.
Doesn't say exactly when, but it just have a 2018.
Yeah. The Defenders.
Yeah.
Iron Fist.
Oh, don't get me started, but yes.
Punisher.
Yeah, it was on my honorable mentions, I believe.
The Runaways.
I haven't started it, but I'm going to.
Yeah. Do you have Hulu?
Yes, I do.
Also, fun fact: Hulu is the only video streaming service available right now on the Switch. Fun fact. Pointing out for my new fellow Switch brother.
Yeah.
Santa Clarita Diet, which I still haven't finished.
No.
Fuck, that show's so fucking funny.
He keeps dying over this one scene.
Okay.
Even though it's not that funny.
Okay, so here's a bit of a spoiler. In the pilot, Nathan Fillion gets eaten by Drew Barrymore. That's a fucking good show right there.
It's the other scene that you keep quoting that it's
the
not that
funny.
funny.
It's the greatest fucking. I'm laughing about it all year. This whole thing. There's another scene. It'll be kind of hard to describe in words. It's just a visual gag, but I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. How hard I was laughing.
Drew Barrymore is trying not to eat people. There's a chicken out back behind a property that they're showcasing, so she goes out in a plastic poncho.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to get blood. Because she's a retail salesperson, she's
a realtor.
A realtor. So she doesn't want to get blood on her fucking suit.
Because it'll be suspicious. So she goes out trying to catch this chicken, and she flying squirrels it in face plants. And he cannot stop laughing about this all year.
Yeah, it makes this little noise. It's like, and it is the fucking funniest thing. It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's not even that funny.
It's
He's
so
like
fucking
dying.
good.
You had
It's
to
so good.
pause and rewind like 5 times.
Yeah, and then sometimes I watch it when you're gone, and I just have it on a loop. Just that one scene. It's hilarious.
I laugh at people getting stung by bees.
I am terrified of bees. Never mention bees in my presence, please.
Yeah, bees are her spiders.
Oh, okay.
So set a clear diet. The Gifted.
No.
You should watch The Gifted. It's great. And then Game of Thrones. That's what we have
Obviously.
on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Did we all do our top 5 TV shows?
Yeah, let's go on
We
to
did.
video games.
Okay, so video games. Mike, why don't you start us off?
Oh God. You all 5 at one time.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Hellblade. Saria's Hell. Yeah.
Sasuna's Sacrifice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hellblade.
Okay. Was that number 5?
That's number 5.
Okay.
Number 4. It can be any game that we discovered this year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Okay. Number 4, Destiny 2.
Okay.
It's done what I expected it to do.
Okay.
Number 3, I would say Paladins.
Okay.
It held my attention when I wasn't playing Destiny 2.
Okay.
Number 2, Warframe. Super fun, free to play. I mean, you can spend money if you want to.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And number 1 is Breath of the Wild. Unequivocally, number 1.
And
Breath of the
to
Wild.
put it in context, you know, you've been saying on the podcast for months that you got your girlfriend a Switch.
I did.
And now you have or haven't started your own save file yet?
I have not, because she went to work when she took it to go to work. That's how much she loves the game.
That's good. That's good. But so even that, putting it at your top 1, having only played it for how many hours would you say you played it for?
2.5, 3 hours.
And you already think that's number 1 for 2017.
100%.
Yeah. See, that's the power of that game, man. It's fucking good. Fucking good. So my top 5 this year. Number 5. I'm gonna say Star Trek VR Bridge Crew, because ultimate wish fulfillment with real people. Cannot replicate that experience anywhere else. Like, you couldn't even fucking go to the fucking Star Trek experience in Vegas and replicate that experience that I got with that game. It was awesome. Great birthday present, hon.
You're welcome.
Number 4. I'm actually gonna say Doom, the 2016 Doom, but on the Switch. Because I skipped out on that, and strangely, I watched a documentary on how they made the game, and because I played a demo and I was like, I don't really get it. It's not the Doom that I want. And I watched a documentary on it and read a bunch more reviews, and then heard it was coming to Switch, and I was like, well, I could try it portable. Sure, fuck it, why not? And yeah, it's not the greatest version, but it's a totally playable version. And it's fun as shit, and it's got this like heavy metal soundtrack, and I'm not a heavy metal guy, but I dig the soundtrack. As you're like, you know, fucking heavy guitar riffs as you fucking like punch through a Mars monster and rip out his heart and throw it at the other monster, and then like elbow knuckle another monster, and then just like go to town. And it's like, it's giving me all the old school like 90s FPS computer video games that I played as a kid feels.
Is Doom gonna convert you over to the dark side, honey, with me?
We'll see.
What the fuck's the dark side?
I am a heavy metal chick.
Oh, okay.
I listen to it for fun, and people think I'm crazy because I'm this girly, frilly preschool teacher, but I listen to death metal.
She got in trouble this preschool thing because she was like working the kitchen, and I guess she was just like jamming out to like some death metal.
And some of the kids like would walk by, and then they look at me all scared, and I'm like, I guess I'm turning my music off.
So, did you like Metalocalypse?
I haven't played that yet. I looked at it, and I really want to try it.
It's a TV show too.
I
guess there's a game that has the same name. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Look at me being the king of it, not even knowing.
So
you like really heavy metal?
Yes.
Like you like Norwegian death metal, heavy
Like,
metal?
I'm wearing a Gojira band t-shirt right now.
Okay. You answered my question, madam.
Yeah. So what did I say? What did I say? It was
That was 5.
No, you said
5 was
Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Star Trek.
Star Trek Bridge Crew. 4 is Doom.
Yeah.
Number 3 is gonna be oh shit. Number 3 is gonna have to be Sonic Mania. Because I am like before there was anything in Tim's life, there was Sonic the Hedgehog. And Sonic the Hedgehog is my fucking guy. And I will play all the video games except for fucking Sonic Boom that doesn't exist. We're erasing it from the fucking timeline.
He ingrained that into my brain. Whenever he says that, I don't hear anything.
I'm like, babe, you can get me any Sonic thing under the sun. Unless it says Sonic Boom.
He will murder me instead.
Yeah. And Sonic Mania is the love child of actually a bunch of indie developers who did like these HD 60 frames per second remasters of the original Genesis games. But it's a new game using, what they took there. And it's basically, in fact, it goes so Sega actually made a Sonic 4 and it was not great. And it goes so far as to say in the title sequence that it's like Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and then it lists Sonic Mania as Sonic 4, even though there was a Sonic 4, and it's like, oh, I see what you did there. You guys knocked on your own shit, and it didn't really happen, and this is the real Sonic 4. But it plays perfectly, and it is a immaculate love letter to the 16-bit Sonic the Hedgehog that you grew up with. It also has a rockin' soundtrack. It actually won Soundtrack of the Year in a lot of the big video game outlets. Like IGN gave it Soundtrack of the Year, which was wild. And it's got a really good score. Everything about it is top notch epicness, and it's available on all the major consoles right now, and it's awesome. And I may or may not, definitely, totally, 100% have the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition that has a giant fucking Sonic the Hedgehog holding a giant ring standing on a Sega Genesis that when you turn it on, it yells the Sega noise.
That he played for me over and over and over again until I gave
for
him
about
death,
6 hours.
till I wanted to murder him.
Fun fact about Sega in Al Bhed, which is a Final Fantasy language. That's my name.
Wait, what?
Remember Al Bhed from Final Fantasy X?
Didn't play all the way through 10.
Okay, well, it's the language that you can like decrypt slowly by collecting like tombs and stuff. And it's Al Bhed. It's the language from like Waka or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sega is my name. Is Mike.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Your name is Sega in fucking Final Fantasy language. That is wild as shit. So that's my number 3. Because it's just so good. And I also bought it on like multiple platforms. It's kind of sad. But anyway, and then number 2 is Horizon Zero Dawn. And I actually kind of slept on this one because Horizon Zero Dawn and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out really close to each other. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. It looks good. It's my type of game, I think. Reviews are really strong. But I'm gonna drop this coin on the Switch because fucking Zelda. And so I slept on it until like July.
Because I almost bought it for him.
Yeah,
and then
you almost got it for me for my birthday.
Yeah, I decided to go with Mass Effect Andromeda for you instead on it.
Yeah.
And then I think we finally just broke down and got it.
Oh no, it was because you wanted something to play while I was playing games with guys.
Oh yeah,
because you beat Breath of the Wild already, and you're like, I want something else that's kind of like that. And then our boy Self-Made Dame, Damian Newman, friend and co-creator of the show, who was saying all year, or at least the first half of the year, that Horizon Zero Dawn is game of the year and it's better than Zelda and it does what Zelda don't. But he hadn't played Zelda, so he didn't talking out of his ass.
Oh my god, my list then.
And so then, we got it. And I played a little bit of it, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And I put it down, and then Jessica played like fucking 30 hours of it. and then actually got me into it more because I got kind of competitive, and I was like, well, you're further in the story than me. I don't want you fucking spoiling shit.
We had
so
a competition on one of the main
at
bosses.
one point we got to the same point in the game, and we're at like this big dank boss, and it's
which fucking destroyed me.
It's not like co-op or anything, but I had my PS4, she had hers, and they're in the same room, and we started a timer, and like, okay, like let's see who's fucking better at this game. Let's go. I totally schooled her ass. But
because he found out a trick that I didn't figure out until he told me. I'm like, oh, okay. That's why I'm dying.
Yeah, like I think I beat mine in like 19 minutes, and then you were at it for like an hour.
Yeah, because it kept killing me. I would get close, but it kept killing me. And then I asked him how he beat it, and he used fire arrows, which I was not using.
Mm-hmm.
So once I did that, I beat within like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh.
And didn't you also like fuck up or something? Like you didn't actually have a bow that could shoot fire arrows or something?
No, I had that.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so my number 2 of the year is Horizon Zero Dawn, for a multitude of reasons. It is definitely the prettiest game of the year on consoles by far. Like the foliage in that game is absolutely astounding. The art design, the music is really good. I would argue that it's probably it's my runner-up for best video game soundtrack of the year. Music's great, the voice acting's great. Actually, the plot of the game is really good. For those who don't know, Horizon Zero Dawn is basically Far Cry meets the style of game that the new Tomb Raiders are, with even more RPG heavy elements to it. And then like really cool robot dinosaurs. And then the other reason I also want to give it my number 2 is their expansion, Frozen Wilds, which I almost beat last night, I think. Their expansion, Frozen Wilds, added like 35 fucking hours to the game at a giant fucking new region of the map, and it was just like totally unexpected. It was like, it's like one of those things you get the game, it's like, oh, I get the expansion pass, and it's got a thing coming sometime. And then it's like, okay, sure, okay, whatever. And then it's like, oh yeah, no, let's just add another fucking quarter of the game. It was good, and it added new monsters, and it was pretty good, all that stuff. So Horizon Zero Dawn, and then as I've been saying for all year, my game of the year is of course The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, because I'm a huge Zelda fan, and it's great. I think I would be beating a dead horse if I spoke more about it. I'd really like to hear your thoughts on it, having you've only played it 2 hours.
It's fucking fantastic, man. Like it's an old school Zelda. It feels like the gold cartridge. And I know from last episode that they made it as a sprite base. Mm-hmm. And then they decided that if it was a good game, they'll make it 3D. And it is a great Zelda game.
Mm-hmm. Just wait, man. You think it's good now. Wait until you get your own save file and you get like several of the air quotes dungeons into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you'll be.
Tim kept getting mad at me because I kept beating things so much easier than him.
Oh yeah, okay, so that's another thing. So, in a opposite turn of Horizon, like I'm great at Horizon, and Jessica just powers through. I think I'm good at Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, but like I was watching her go through the same fucking dungeons that I did, and I'm like, oh, this boss is gonna fuck your shit up, and she like just like fucking kills him. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like he's like, I spent hours on that. I died so many times. I didn't die once, and I beat it within like half an hour, maybe.
And I'm just like, I don't understand what's happening right now.
He kept getting mad because he
got really mad.
He kept rooting for me to die because I kept beating it faster than him.
Yeah, because like almost all of the dungeon bosses in the game just handed me my ass, and like. I don't know. I guess I'm just not good at them or something.
And we were playing on the same difficulty level, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Tim, you'd have been proud of me. I was playing before Jess went to work. After I recorded the RNG cast, she was like, babe, you want to come help me? I'm like, yeah. So I go out there, and I had to clear out a moblin base in the town we're in on the beach. And it was raining heavy, like it was lightning.
Yep, I understand.
and like I started seeing like the sparks and stuff. So I just run headlong over top of the base and throw my sword, and then the lightning strikes in the middle of the base and fucks everything up.
Yep.
And then I just rain hell down from above with my bow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so fucking fun.
Yeah, I know, right? The freedom it gives you is kind of crazy.
The cooking just is like, babe, how did you figure that out? For those that didn't realize yet, my girlfriend is also named Jess.
Yeah, I'm not the same. I'm not dating both these dudes.
What?
I'm not dating both of these because you keep calling me Jess and he says Jess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even make that confusion, but now that you said it, you just made it hella fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. I surfed down a hill on my shield.
Yeah,
that was super fun.
How great is that you can?
I didn't even know I could do it. I just did it by accident, and it felt. I was like,
so I have some things to tell you about that. Did you know that you can do backflips, front flips, and 1080s?
No,
you can.
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, so so you're just gonna make a game for everything? I mean, I'm quite okay.
Well, I chose
to play this. I chose to play that sitting shotgun with my Jess at instead of playing Destiny.
Yeah, I mean, I even after Destiny 2 came out, there's times where I was like, man, I'm just gonna go back and play that.
I'm strongly considering buying a Switch for myself.
I mean, I suppose you may have to. Like, if she's never gonna let it down, you know?
Yeah, I came home one day from work at 3:30, and she was playing the game, and I said, "Hey, babe, how long have you been playing?" She goes, "What time did you go to work?"
Oh, don't you have long shifts?
I work. I leave my house at like 5:15, and I don't come home until 2, almost 3 o'clock, 3:15.
Yeah, so she likes it, huh?
Oh yeah, she goes, "Now I know why you play your game all the time." I'm like, yeah, okay. And because she plays it, I get time to play my games if I want to. But I always end up wanting to watch motherfucking help catch bugs or cut grass or, I don't know, cook. I love the cooking mechanic. The cooking mechanic is fantastic.
The cooking is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Cooking is a great idea.
When we're playing and like we're about to die, if you're sitting shotgun, you have to watch the health bar. Everybody knows that. We're like, apple. And that's when you pause and eat an apple. Because we have like 300 fucking apples. Because every time we see an apple tree, we're like, oh, we're going to go up that apple tree, aren't we? Yeah, we are.
You know what I found out the other night? And I've played Zelda for like 300 plus hours at this point. I found out that every enemy has a particular like fruit or meat that if you set it nearby will attract them to it. So if you want to be like stealth about it, like I guess Bobakins, like I guess they like apples. So like you could like drop an apple behind a tree and run the other way, and they'll go investigate that apple.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea that was a thing.
That can set up pinch points. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. It's such a great game. It's such a great game. And there's 2 DLCs.
Did you get those yet?
No. We're gonna get them though.
You should
just wants to get further in the game because she doesn't want to, get caught on that whole I do the DLC and I forget about the main game. Cool.
I mean, it's not gonna happen because the way the DLCs are set up is you can do the quests for the first one right away, but you can't do the thing in DLC 1 until a certain point in the game, and then DLC 2 you can't even access until you've beaten all the dungeons. So like that's not going to happen.
Like I went as far as to say, I'm going to look up some, the guys, like the 10 things I wish I knew about Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, and there's like 600 of them.
Yeah. I started looking at those.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's a dark rabbit hole.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. All right, what's your top 5, babe?
We're finally going to get to mine.
She's sitting over here.
You sure you don't want to talk for another hour?
Giving me these fucking eyes.
My number 5 was Resident Evil.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil
Okay.
7, right?
Yeah, the Biohazard.
Yeah.
Number 4 was Oxenfree. I really enjoyed
Oh,
Oxenfree.
okay.
I didn't really expect to like that game, but I really
Me
enjoyed it.
neither.
But then again, I mean, I haven't really played. When I look at all the games that I've played, I haven't played very much this year. Mostly because you keep shoving games that you want me to play down my throat.
Yeah, we've also got a list of games she needs to complete.
That I don't think I'm gonna get to them because there's games that I like. I bought Assassin's Creed. I haven't popped it in once. I went out and bought it. I haven't played it yet. And then there's games too that are like that. I buy it and I haven't played it.
Hmm.
So I need to focus on my games. Number 3 was Mass Effect Andromeda. I really enjoyed that game. I've never played a Mass Effect game, and I said I'm gonna play this because he's sitting over there playing a Zelda and Destiny. So I popped it in, and I've probably put in about like 100 hours already in that game.
There's no way you put in 100 hours. You put in like 30 or 60, maybe.
Oh, I've done more than that.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen your save files and the uploads. It's not.
I've
that
done
much.
a lot though. I don't know. And then you two are gonna not like my 1 and 2 where I put them, but I
mean, I can see your list, so
yeah,
I know it's coming. I get it.
I put 2 as Breath of the Wild. I mean, I really, really liked Breath of the Wild.
It's also the first Zelda game you've beat, right?
Yeah, I have never beaten a Zelda game. I always get stuck somewhere and I can't get out of it. And I've looked up for help, and it'll tell me, but I still can't seem to solve it, no matter what.
That speaks volumes for it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And so with Breath of the Wild, it's first the Zelda I've ever beaten. So when I beat the boss, and I beat the boss pretty easy.
What, the boss?
The boss, like the boss.
Oh, you're talking about Ganon?
Yeah.
I'm about to say
yeah.
Calamity Ganon.
And once I struggled a little bit, but not too much that I thought.
Well,
but
so light, ever so slightly light spoilers there, Mike. So the way you've probably heard that, like, from the fucking get-go, you could basically run beeline straight to Hyrule Castle and go fight Ganon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I mean, by the time you do all the dungeons, you're pretty fucking well geared, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, depending on your skill, the last boss can or cannot be a challenge. Alternately, you could like just go get geared and like beat his ass, but he'll be harder. Like, the less dungeons you've beaten, the harder he is from the start. So like every dungeon you beat, I'm not gonna say how many there are, you know, takes a percentage of like his he's one of those bosses that has like multiple health bars, like takes some of his health bars down, basically.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the way it works there.
And my number 1 was Horizon Zero Dawn. I love that game. Front, back, sideways, over easy, well done. I love it.
Over easy, well done.
I mean, I love every aspect of that game. I enjoy that game. I get lost in that game. When I figured out the whole thing behind its story, I fell in love even further into the game.
Yeah, it's true.
It's very...
The plot twist in the story is pretty good.
I am a dystopian girl. I read nothing but dystopian novels. Actually, the novel I was going to read before getting pulled into the podcast was a dystopian novel. I love it, and so when I have these very dystopian-like-esque stories, I just fall head over heels in love with it. I love every aspect of that game. It's so smooth, so easy. I find myself trying to use the mechanics in that game in Breath of the Wild, actually, and realize I can't do that.
Yeah, I think really moving forward, like whatever Horizon's sequel is, I hope Horizon stays Horizon, but I also hope they take some of the things that are ingenious in Breath of the Wild that Horizon doesn't do. For example, and I know you've not played Horizon, Mike, but you know, Breath of the Wild, like you have a giant open world in Horizon. It's very like every other Zelda game, not Breath of the Wild, like in that regard. And like you can't grab a ledge unless it's
that wasn't
marked.
what I was talking about.
Oh.
I was trying to use Horizon Zero Dawn mechanics in Zelda, and I can't do that. Not vice versa.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So I mean,
yeah, there's things they could learn from each other. But Devil May Horizon could learn a bit more from Breath of the Wild.
Anyway, before I was rudely cut off and lost my train of thought here. Horizon Zero Dawn's my number 1 game of the year. I wish and I hope it wins so many awards because everything is fantastic. The only thing that I wish they did, and I don't know if they're planning on doing this, but some of the dialogue seemed it was going to be that the main character Aloy was going to have romantic interests, or that she could choose romantic interests with some of the choices that you can make, because it's very RPG style, but it looks like they took that mechanic out or didn't develop it.
I kind of agree with you on that one, because there's some characters you haven't met yet in the expansion, and I was like, was that person hitting on me?
Because there are lines still in the game, but there's also choices she's made with characters she interacts with that you can choose. You can choose between like an intellectual choice, an emotional choice, or like
Heart.
a that's the heart, emotional, or the angry or the bad choice, more forceful choice, which is the fist. Yeah,
I thought it was fist, heart, and brain.
Yeah, so brain, intellectual, heart, emotional.
Right.
Fist is confrontational.
Yeah.
And so some of the heart choices she has in the lines she says, and also with the characters' lines, seems like she could have chosen characters to mate with or interact with or marry or any of that mechanic, but it looks like they either took that out last minute and decided not to do that, but kept all the lines in. But I hope when they do another one that will be implemented back in. I would like to do that. I'm an RPG girl. I would love to be able to do that and do more of a Fable-esque, because Fable's my favorite series of all time, and do more of that kind of route where I can do the main story and continue that, but also do little side stuff and do things with my character and make the character more to my aspect of what I want her to be. So,
Mike, do you ever intend to pick up and play Horizon?
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. Yes.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay, because I think I remember you telling me you're a huge Fallout guy, right?
Yeah.
So, fun fact, quests and the story of the game are done by the Fallout guy who did Fallout New Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the kind of level of questing you're looking at there, buddy.
It is really well done. Every aspect of that game, every character, every side quest, all the lines, everything was so well thought out, well executed, well integrated into everything, that even if it was a similar type of quest, I feel like I wasn't just grinding or redoing the same stuff with maybe slightly different characters. Everything felt unique in its own way.
Yeah, actually, fun fact on that. So there's this documentary that...
Don't tell me anything because you started watching without me.
Okay, I guess I'm not going to say anything then. There's a documentary. It's on YouTube. It's like an hour and a half documentary on how Horizon Zero Dawn is made, and it's super good, and it's free. Go to No Clip on YouTube. It came out on the 17th, so it's pretty fresh. Yeah. Do we have anything to talk about? Have we fulfilled our 3-hour quota yet, Mike?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm only asking because I really got to pee. And I'm like, I'm either going to pee and I'm going to continue, or I mean, we're just going to call it good for 2017.
Your choice. I'm not doing nothing for another 3 hours.
I'm going to call it good.
Okay.
Sweet. So this has been the last episode of the Fork in Your Ear podcast of 2017. Wish everybody a happy New Year's and a great 2018. And I'll look forward to diving into all the little tidbits that Mike dropped in this podcast that I'll hear again when I edit, and I'll make a note of to bring it up on his unique backstory. Probably the acid and the whole minister thing. Probably those are going to be the highlights. Probably check that out on our next episode. And it was also lovely to have my girlfriend Jessica just fucking bomb the podcast and scare the shit out of me.
As I do.
Mike was fucking scared for my life. I was.
Well, I am Mexican.
Might get the.
You should be scared for your life.
Might get this fucking place swatted or some shit. Who knows? So that's me signing off. Your host, as always, author, podcast, gamer, Tim K. Trotter. Check out my book, The Citadel of Rival.
It's a good book. Go read it.
Yeah, she read it. It's good.
I read it. It's good. I'm picky. Go read it.
And check out all of our stuff at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Why don't you sign off, Mike, and then you sign off, Jessica?
Okay. I'm Buster Nickel, or Mike List, whatever you want to call me. You can find me on Twitter at BusterKnuckle13. That's BusterKnuckle13. And follow my podcast at the RNG Cast on Twitter. We talk about mainly video games, but as you guys can well see, if you haven't listened, I can talk with the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you can find me. Go ahead, Jess.
And I'm Jess Camillo. I'm on the Marvel podcast, Rising Tide. Normally, whenever that gets rebooted again. Probably.
Why do you think we have to reboot it? We just haven't done one.
Like a year.
No, I did one in August.
We did a stream on Twitch.
Oh, yeah, that didn't happen, though. That didn't go anywhere.
So that didn't go anywhere. And before that, we probably did one like in May or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm on that. I'm going to put out my Twitter since I never use it, but I'm on it. You guys can follow me at JD Mellow Yellow. I go by Mooks, whatever. You can find me places. And I'm probably not going to be on the show for a while because usually you guys do schedules without me anyway. So I'm on here randomly.
But if she ever side podcasts, she'll be on.
Yeah.
Mike, or I'm just going to choose a side podcast and just say good fuck you to you.
Won't be the first time.
So get forked, everybody. See you in the new year.
Get your hand.
There it is. That's what I was waiting for. Thank you for listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast. You can find our podcast at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Feel free to email us at dynamicworks@mac.com.
Dominic Armato, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, and you're listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast.
The Citadel, A Rival, is the first installment in a series of epic science fiction short stories reminiscent of the Pulp Fiction style. It's a fast-paced story that will take you through twists and turns that you will not expect, until they are thrust upon you with all the force, excitement, and chaos of a plasma cannon blast. The story follows Katarl, a nobody cog in the working wheels of a futuristic society run completely by Megacorp, a corporation that carefully runs and manages the lives of the people living under its sphere of power. On one of Katarl's few and far between days off from work, an outing he had hoped would be fun and relaxing turns into an explosive adventure that drags him kicking and screaming into situations and challenges that will make him question every aspect of his life. Watch this colorful tapestry unfurl as Katarl and his newfound allies find their way through this classic, yet oddly surprising tale of good and evil, where nothing is quite what it appears to be. That's The Citadel, A Rival, by author Tim K. Trotter, available right now on Amazon Kindle Store and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99.
Hello.
Fuck, it is totally not going through the right thing. It's coming out of my laptop speakers. What the fuck? God damn it.
Troubleshooting Mike List.
Why is it defaulting? Okay, is that instantly?
This movie is so fucking good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, it's really good. It beat my expectation.
I mean, I didn't really have much considering I fucking hated Suicide Squad. This is from that guy, but
I say that's where we differ. I like Suicide Squad.
Oh,
I catch Suicide Squad all in this movie.
Oh, it's such trash. Such trash.
It's a good movie.
It's such trash.
It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
It's not even fun.
Oh, Tim, we differ, my friend. We differ.
I can't think of a single fun thing in that movie except for the 2 scenes that Batfleck was in. Yeah.
This girl's kind of sexy too.
Which one? The little one? The one that they're protecting?
Yeah.
Well, she's alright. Okay, can you hear that fucking fan?
Yeah.
God damn it. I was trying to see if I could play Horizon on my OG PS4 that sits on my computer desk. This is usually the one Jessica uses.
Oof.
But yeah, that is the fan kicking on like a goddamn
Okay.
fucking
Jesus.
rocket ship. I mean, I guess it's connected via... I wonder if I could put it on the floor. Just... Let me see. I'm gonna do this here. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, god damn it. And also, my mic is... I fixed my mic stand, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's doing that thing where I don't have the thing in the center enough, so it's like slowly...
Oh.
Yeah,
sorry. Oh, Lord.
It's like slowly lowering itself into the laptop.
Please don't do that no more.
Sorry. Okay, let's see if I can...
The fuck do I get a working reactor?
Drop that. Put this. And I take that cable and that cable. And I...
Should I pause this now?
Huh?
I'm an hour and a half. I'm at the final half an hour of the movie, so I'll pause, and that's where we'll start for the recording.
Okay.
Like Jacoby has the gun to his head. Will Smith is looking up like I just got the shit beat out of me.
Oh, are they at the Orc Church or whatever?
Yeah.
Or the gang hideout or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I will cover my
Okay, wait, that doesn't work. Okay. If we go like that, and just bury it in boxes. Okay, now the PS4 is below my desk, and it is buried underneath all of the boxes for my Nintendo shit. Yeah, why now you...
No, sent it to the wrong person.
What?
Sent it to the wrong person.
What is that?
Jess asked if she was like, "You're recording another podcast," and I was like, "Yeah, you're not home. Why not?"
That's good. Okay. This is rotating here. See that.
My PlayStation, my phone is doing a cool thing of skipping messages really weirdly.
Oh.
Like, it'll send, like, your reply, but on top of 2 of mine. If that makes any sense in the world.
Mine's done that sometimes. I think I don't think it's an operating system thing. I think it has to do with the fucking cell towers.
Okay, like they're not syncing fast enough or
There's
something.
some discrepancy. And then the
Okay.
cell tower, because they go to a server, and the server does something with the text. And so then, like, I think it's probably just a delay, and, like, probably the default, I would imagine, for all of the text data centers is probably just like, well, if we get the tiniest hang up of it didn't, like, something glitched, we double send. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, like a safety precaution, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I fucking projecting video? Why is my green light? Fucking son of a bitch! How do I stop that? I don't understand these new buttons on the new Skype.
There should be one on the bottom. It should say a turn on video, turn off video. There you go.
I don't have that. I have a little fucking icon. It looks
No,
like...
you went away. See, there I am.
Hey. Okay. Hey, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Is my thing still on?
No.
Fuck. Oh, there it is. There you go. Just for you.
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Oh, man, this is going to be a good episode.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've ever done this.
Video?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I wasn't intending to do a video. Like, I don't care. I mean, I'll keep it on just so I can see your reactions.
Yeah, fuck it. We can have makes it a truer conversation. No.
Yeah.
By the way, this movie has...
shit.
What?
I just got my computer just went, warning, this Mac is not running fast enough to record the video. The frame rate will be lowered. I don't give a shit about frame rate. I just want my audio.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about video.
Okay,
Damn
do I have to alter something here? Oh. But I probably need the video quality high.
Well, we can go off then.
I mean, I hear you just fine, so I don't think...
Yeah, I hear you fine too. So
God, what if it fucks up the audio though?
I mean, I do mine like this. Happened.
I was like looking at a thing. I didn't even change the setting. I closed the window, and then
So catastrophic failure.
like all of the windows just shut off. Like it didn't even give me the app crashed. It just ain't fucking running, yo. Like I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't even see it running on my computer. Like what the fuck? Like it just had a heart attack, man. Okay, well, shit. Okay. So, is it? I guess I can't record.
Yeah, just don't do video.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's not like I wanted the video anyway, because I was just gonna cut it for audio. But another sign that my Mac is aging. God damn it. God damn it. I mean, I last upgraded in 2013, but even then, I upgraded to like a 20. Wait a minute. What year is this? It's a 20. It's an early 2011. Okay. So might be time in 2018. Might be time. Anyways, yeah. I was about to comment that you got a big old tattoo on your arm.
Oh yeah, I got a big tattoo.
Yeah. What's it of?
It's like dragon parts. It's hard to, like claws and fangs and scales and stuff like that.
All right.
I'm pretty tattooed.
Fair enough. Is it because you like tattoos, or is it because you were in the army?
I was in the Marines, but I also like tattoos. Yes.
Marines. Fair enough. Because I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand. Like if you're in the Army and the Marines or some form of combat deployment, you get tattooed. It's just what you do, I guess.
Yeah, that's what you do. Oh.
Okay, so I'm coming through fine.
Oh yeah, you're coming through crystal clear.
I have eliminated the noise of my old PS4. Let's see. I probably need to turn the rumble off on this controller and shut my fucking... Can I turn the rumble off? How the fuck do you turn the rumble off? Do you usually turn the rumble off your controller when you're podcasting and talking?
Usually, but you don't have to. You don't hear it if it's under stuff.
I literally don't even see that as an option in this game. That sucks. I wonder if you can turn it off from the settings? Like the controller settings, perhaps? Devices. I just don't even know. God damn it. Controller. Devices. Okay. I guess you just can't. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay, sweet. Let's get this fucking show a rolling here. I'm gonna rotate my mic a bit. Don't rotate on me, Mike. Don't fall down. I need to turn my computer's trackpad click off. Okay, that's off. Let's see. Phone is in silent and don't disturb. Okay. Let's do this. You ready?
Give me 1 second. Can we start the movie now or start the movie when we start the podcast? Like you'll say start it during the podcast.
Start it once we've rolling. And actually just start it like once done the introductions, and we'll let the listeners know that this is happening. Get over it.
Yeah.
So they have warning that we will both be talking about Bright, and also that you're fucking watching it right now. So I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. By the way, you are sounding extremely clear and crisp today, my friend.
Thank you.
Like extra crisp. I don't know if you did anything different.
I did some things.
You did? What'd you do?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I found the settings for the microphone itself.
Oh my god, it's so good.
And played with the settings. I played with that motherfucker.
It's good,
Ooh.
Man. Yeah.
I played with it. I was like, you like that? You like that? Jess was like, babe, come on, seriously? I'm like, no. Shh, it's about to come. And my Jess was like, Michael, come on. Seriously? I'm like, oh, it's about to come. Oh, and I hit it. I was like, oh, there it is. Because I all I did was just play a loop back. Because like as I was playing with it, I could talk and fine tune it.
Wow, that's good. Good. Okay, let's do this.
Yes, sir.
Cut in. Everything working?
I'm here.
Sweet. We're back up.
Okay, so my idea, I say we all do our 3 and 4, like at the same time, like you do your 3 and your 4,
yes.
And then I'll do my 3 and 4, and then we can just move on to like.
Yeah, we need to get through this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You in, hun?
Mm-hmm.
You need your other bud?
Nope.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You can only handle us in one bud.
Yeah.
Okay. You wanna like lean back, so you're not the weird.
Yes, Mr. Producer, sir.
Like you're like hugging that phallic shaped mic. She's turning and she's giving me this death glare right now.
Oh, I know the glare.
Okay, here we go. Cut in. Okay, so we're gonna cut then because I gotta rearrange all my shit to do that.
That's what's happening.
So take a pause. This is cut. And
I will go get the pre-workout now.
I'll call you back once I've got the mic swung around and we're on the couch. Okay?
Right, cool.
Sweet.
I will get the
Plug it in.
Let me untangle my headphones.
Tim, untangle the woman's headphones.
She did it. It's okay.
I am an independent woman.
You don't need to be that loud.
Yes, I do.
No,
You
don't.
know I do.
I'm going to turn the gain down then. Okay. Okay. Is that mic going to hold there? Fucking hope so. If you see it start to crash, catch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well that's like I'm a man of my word. I promise something. I'm about to do it right now.
Oh, fuck, you're going to do it?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
this is gonna be a good conversation.
Okay.
Do what?
He's gonna do the...
Is that Mike?
Yeah, that's Mike.
I've never seen Mike before. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Okay. I turn on the video, but we found out that if I'm recording and we both have video going,
No, don't do that. It
Skype
crashes.
just fucking crashes. Skype doesn't even go, the app crashed, like it just turns off.
Yeah, Skype's like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Too much attractiveness on one screen at one time. Can't be done. Too much handsome. Too much fucking handsome. So I figured you guys would want to look this up, like reviews, because this is fun.
Okay.
This is 6 ounces of a pre-workout called Mr. Hyde. We can look it up and start the conversation off that before we get Jess's.
No. Before anything, why is it fucking blue-green like the shit that Luke squirted out of the tit monster in The Last Jedi?
Well, because it's blue raspberry. It's blue lemonade. All right. Oh, that's going to be fun.
So I guess confirmed, Mark Hamill drinks Nipple Monster pre-workout. That's what that fucking milk is. Oh, God, you're shuddering.
Ugh.
You're shuddering.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not tasty.
Yeah.
Oh, man, okay.
I'm gonna slide this back just a smidge.
Oh, boy, that's terrible.
Oh, fuck, I can't.
Now, this pre-workout
Okay, I guess I'm not sliding back a smidge.
is super strong.
Okay.
Like, super duper strong.
That's concerning.
Like, I bought it because the motherfucker said, yo, this is some strong shit. It has 500 milligrams of caffeine, beta-alanine, creatine.
Jesus. I mean, I had like 300 milligrams of caffeine, and actually I'm drinking a little more caffeine now. I got a Mountain Dew and some tea over here.
I had a Rockstar. That was about it.
Hey, Tim, are we recording? Because this is going to be a good little segue to bring Jess in.
Oh, yeah, we've been recording.
Do you go by Jess or Jessica?
Both.
What do you prefer?
What does yours
Either.
prefer?
Jess.
Okay.
Well, because
I think mine prefers Jessica, right?
I don't care, honestly, just because I've been in school where in each class I've had at least 2 other Jessicas in my classroom.
Okay.
So I've been called Jay, I've been called Jess, I've been called Jessie, I've been called Jessica, I've been called by my last name.
But let's be honest, you favor Jess a little bit more now, just because. Who's that girl? It's Jess.
I love that show. That show's great. You can't argue that show. That's on my top. That's one of my top 5 shows of this year that I discovered. So we can keep going. We should.
Yeah. Okay.
Record.
Okay. Cut in. Alrighty.
Ooh, we can podcast.
That's good. That's good.
I haven't podcasted in a long time.
Well,
it's
welcome
wild.
back. I think we found a cast because that was really fun. You're 2 dynamics, and then just me, like Uncle Jesse from Full House.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man, you had to say that. I stopped the recorder like 30 seconds ago. God damn it. That's good. That's good, man. Sweet. Well, thanks again, as always, Mike.
Wow.
You have a happy new year, man.
You too, man.
Are you working the next 2 days, buddy?
I am off tomorrow. My Jessica is not.
Okay.
Where does Jess work?
She's a security guard, but basically it's like a receptionist, but they have to wear a terrible uniform for a chemical plant.
think you told me that. I think you told me that once.
I didn't know the count. I knew it was like a security.
I think you
guard.
told me about a security.
I do believe the exact words Mike told me like 6 months ago was she's basically a mall cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I knew.
I see.
So that's what I just figured. So sweet. Well, if there's any opportunities, we're not busy or whatever, we should play some games or something there. They're good, sir. Because like I haven't fucking played with anybody like all holiday break. I haven't played with Kono. Haven't played with you. Haven't played with Killbat.
I'm free tomorrow, or
Okay.
same time as we normally record. So if you we can do some stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what's happening with me and Jess tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I know it's New Year's Eve, but
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, good sir.
No problem, man. It was fun. Yes, it was fun podcasting with you again.
Same.
We'll definitely need to make it a thing. Unless you want to say, go fuck off, Mike. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
It just, I've been fighting on dropping my sister off at work late these past few days, so it's just gonna be kind of hard finding scheduled times because she had to go to work at much later than she normally does, so.
Yeah. I mean, if it happens,
Running out the door.
Yeah. Bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim. Okay. Super fun, guys. Talk to you later. All right, bye.
Bye.